It happens at least 4 times a day. I get startled. Yes.
Like by anybody?
When I'm walking, man, the far side is a real thing. I'm in my own world. And when I see somebody, it's like, yes, I just jump out of my skin.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here, KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side?
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah!
What's happening?
I am in a interesting spot in my day, my friend. How are you feeling?
Very good.
I got some loose lug nuts going on all of a sudden. Just,
Scared?
It's all, we're good. I think we're good.
Okay.
You never know. How are you? More
I'm good.
Importantly, how are you feeling?
That's so funny. I guess what movie I watched last night, just as on
National
a lark.
Treasure.
Nope, not National Treasure.
Man. Star Wars.
Gladiator 1.
Nope, a movie called Along Came Polly with Ben Stiller.
Oh, yeah, I know that
great
movie.
The was it Philip Seymour
Scuba
Hoffman?
instructor.
Remember
Oh my
what he
God,
did at the party?
I do.
That's where you're at right now.
I was having a great morning. Just everybody just cruising along,
Right.
having a nice conversation, the 4 or 5 of us.
If
and all
you
of a sudden,
think it is, it is.
It's the voice. You've got 40 seconds.
Then go.
Whoa.
So,
all right, here we are.
Emily, Jorge, if he's got a dash out, we're going to let him dash, right?
I'm good.
We'll take
I'm good.
We'll take over.
I've deployed the countermeasures.
What? Ritz crackers?
Tums, and we're gonna see what goes from there.
I love it. You're a tough guy.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of Along Came Polly, that basketball scene is probably one of the grossest scenes in a movie ever.
I got sick. I did.
It's gross.
It made my stomach move. I forgot about that scene. It was gross with the hairy guy.
it's not
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
His face size.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah. Tragic story.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
man.
Anyway,
How you feeling today,
I'm
DeMarco?
feeling good, man.
Yeah?
Feeling real
Thought you
good.
might freeze to death when I saw your outfit when you walk. You look
What do
like
you mean?
you look like you were a little chilly.
Oh, this morning?
2 days ago, actually, when you had the beanie
no,
on.
that was on Tuesday. That was yesterday.
Yeah.
That's Tote the Rock Tuesday with the kettlebell, and then we added death by
Yeah, you said
burpees.
Burpees suck.
Oh,
They
my
really
gosh.
they're misnamed.
They're awful.
Yeah, they should begin with
it's
F.
called Pukies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should begin with F
Yeah.
and they end with U. So have you guys ever done death by burpees?
You told me what they are. I've never
Okay.
done
I
it.
have not.
So you add 1 burpee per minute. So you do 1 burpee and then you rest for the remainder of that minute. Then you add 2, then you rest. So you keep going until you really can't fit that many burpees in a minute. So you're literally dying by burpees, and it sucked. And every other minute, we're carrying this dang kettlebell.
Have you ever done this one? So I went to this one class, and they were playing Roxanne by the Police. And every time they say Roxanne, you have to do a burpee.
Oh.
That sucks.
That sounds
That sucks a lot.
That's basically Roxanne and Red Light are the only 2 lyrics in that entire song.
Yeah, you're right.
Roxanne. You don't have to put. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay. We had a drinking game you would have liked.
Go on.
There was a horse that ran in the Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
Named Big Red. I don't know if this horse is real or not.
the
That's
horse-
just the story the guy told.
Okay.
He ran the Kentucky Derby and had the slowest lap of all time. It was like 2 minutes, 37 seconds. Is that long?
That's very long.
That's super long,
Because
right?
the Kentucky Derby is the most exciting 2 minutes in sports.
2 minutes.
The winner comes in around 2 minutes.
Okay,
so 37. That's guys on the
37.
other side of the
So
track.
I remember this. I'll never forget it. It was 2:37. So every 2 minutes and 37 seconds, shot.
No.
Big Red's coming around again.
No, that sounds terrible.
Every 2 minutes and 37
Are
seconds.
you a drinking game person?
I was then.
Okay.
It was fun. I did this for a while. I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
Have you guys done this one? So it's Thunderstruck, but so you're in a group of people, like a circle of like 7, 8 people, and you start chugging first, and then whenever they say thunder, you switch persons. So it's like, I'll chug until they say thunder, and then it goes Jorge. And then it goes until he says
my
thunder.
God.
But someone gets stuck because it's a really long time between thunders at one point in time. It's like a minute between thunders.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's creative ways to get plastered. That's
Well,
a
okay.
young man's thing.
definitely
That's
is.
so no, I don't do that anymore.
It definitely is a young person's thing.
Right.
But I never really needed a game to get to where I needed to be.
It's just fun.
But make it more fun, Travis.
It's just fun.
It is
you
fun,
know?
and I like quarters and all those other things. Like I've dabbled,
Yeah.
But like I'd rather just sit there and chit chat.
I'll go beer pong now, though. Beer pong is about my limit.
You ever play die, DeMarco?
Like, how are you spelling die?
D-I-E, like
Oh.
dice.
Dice. Now, how do you do that?
You throw it. You get a die table. Jerry's nodding like he knows.
Yeah.
And it's like a ping pong table size.
Okay.
Slightly more narrow.
Okay.
Okay. And there's no net. Okay. So it's just a big table, and you and I would be playing against Emily and Jorge. We're both at each end of the table. You throw the dice in the air. They land on the table. They have to land on their side of the table.
Okay.
And then if they catch the die before it hits the ground, nothing happens. Okay. If we throw the dice and the dice hits the table and goes off, they got to take one.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Now, you will get, once you've had a few, you start feeling like you're back in your athletic days.
Diving.
You're diving. You're doing all sorts of stuff. You're running around the table.
Oh, yeah.
And you can add some elements. There's an element where you have to like kind of kick it. You can kick it to your buddy for an extra. There's a whole bunch of like degrees of difficulty.
Like if I do wind up
if
kicking
it bounces
to my
off
guy.
the table, right?
Yeah.
And I can kick
You
it
get
to
your foot on it.
and you catch it.
Yeah. They have to
There you
drink
go.
twice?
Well, we can make the rules however we want.
Oh,
but
footy and a catch should be more than just one drink.
I agree with you.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree with
My
you.
neighbors play it all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they're a bunch of UCLA grads, and so they have like a pong table outside. Like they're not like in my building; they're like behind our parking
Yeah.
lot. But me and Esteban just like stare at them. Oh, they're having a good time.
Love that.
Everybody has fun. So I went to.
We do have RBCs. Do you guys have RBCs in your drinking games?
No.
If
Well, maybe. I don't know if by
you
that
have
name.
if you commit a foul, if you do something wrong, it's called
Okay.
RBC, remaining beer chug.
Oh.
So if you commit a foul, if you cheat,
What would a foul be?
whatever the game is, if
Okay.
you cheat on it, then it's an RBC.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to pound that beer right there.
That's a good
Yeah.
rule.
Yeah, isn't that a good rule?
That's not
RBC.
so bad. That's
Yeah.
not, well, there's a golf drinking game where
Yeah.
if you're right-handed or left-handed.
Both.
Okay, what do you write with?
Right hand,
Okay.
left hand.
Okay,
sorry.
so in the event that you took a drink with your left hand, you got to finish it. You have to go with your offhand the whole time. And the
See,
more
I'd
you
be
drink,
hammered.
the less likely you are to remember to go with your offhand, and it accelerates.
Let's just
from there.
drink the whole bottle. That's what we're trying to do anyway.
We went to Kelly's parents' weekend. This was 2 years ago. So she was 21. Whatever, no big deal. And Bobby was there, our oldest. He was over 21. And our son Michael, who's a senior in high school at the time. Okay, so he's 18.
Okay.
Kelly has a die table in her backyard, so we're playing with her friends and the other parents, and and I'm learning the game and all this. And Michael's like, "Can I play?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, go ahead." It was not his first time playing. Let's just put it that way. It's like he was way too good at
He
this
should
game.
have hustled a little
You
bit
learned
harder.
something.
He was not savvy enough to
Chili
pretend
pie.
to be bad at this. It's like, dude, it would be like if you showed up in the major leagues and went 4 for 5 off of Justin Verlander in your first. I've never played baseball before.
Oh my God!
Oh,
wow,
okay.
that's funny.
Yeah, dummy. Yeah, but
Jeez.
he told on himself a little bit that day.
Crazy.
Dalton Knecht is good, DeMarco.
Super good. At least he was last night.
What was your favorite part of it?
What do you mean?
What the night as it played out for Knecht? The Jordan shrug for me was just next level. Now I don't love him channeling Michael Jordan because he's got a ways to go, but what do you want from me?
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah.
going in. I thought that was terrific.
Just the fact that they beat the Jazz, how they beat the Jazz, and the way they look is the thing. Is it really him? I guess it is.
It was last night.
I guess yeah, I mean, I'm happy it's him. I'm happy there's finally a real shooter on this team.
Yeah.
They're starting to look like something like it never.
That's the question, right?
It really bothered me and still bothers me that you have 2 All-Stars, and we keep going back to this whenever we talk about the Lakers, either this year or last year, that you have 2 All-Stars in Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and one is playing at an all-star level, and you're still in the play-in, something ain't working, something ain't mathing together, right? So obviously, and I hate to keep harping on the guy, but obviously you let go of the problem. You let go of Darvin Ham. And you added this guy. You added a shooter, so the team looks better, the offense looks better. They look better. Right now, they're sitting at the 3 spot. That to me looks normal.
They're 10-4.
You should be there with 2 guys like
that.
Yeah,
I want to pause on something you said there. And I don't want to go 100 rounds on this. My God, was Darvin Ham a bad coach?
It's starting to look that way.
It's just really glaring. Like,
or
you
let
watch,
me say this: they didn't like him.
Whatever you want, however it didn't work, right?
Yeah.
Like it just was not working at all. And you added a guy that is clearly an NBA player.
Yes.
And sometimes there's guys that you add that are works in progress. I think they got a couple on the roster right now where you're hoping that they develop into a rotational guy, maybe something better than that. This dude just walked in the building and is knocking down shots and has from the beginning. And LeBron said, you don't find a player that's the SEC Player of the Year. The fact that he was older should not have deterred people from understanding what he was. He was supposed to be a top 10 guy, maybe even a top 5 guy, but for reasons fell in the draft and landed with the Lakers. To their credit, said, "Yeah, we'll take him."
You just never know where you get good players from. I mean, look where Brady came from. I mean, it's early for Knecht, but I mean, whatever you thought a good player, whatever pool you thought you get good players from gets blown up every now and then. I think that proves that. And something else LeBron said.
Especially in basketball.
In basketball, in every sport. And every sport, every walk of life, somebody will walk out of somewhere that you never saw coming or you were prejudiced against. Anyway, but I like what LeBron had to say. It wasn't that the Lakers found him. Right. Everybody else just messed up.
Yeah.
We've said that 1,000 times about Puka Nacua.
Sometimes the obvious thing is the obvious thing.
Yeah.
Right? And they had similar, like Puka was by the stopwatch, he's slow, right? Like by NFL wide receiver, that's why instead of being the measure, but then you're just like, well, nobody's covering him. He catches the ball every time it's thrown to him. He runs good routes. Like sometimes the obvious thing is the obvious thing. And with Knecht, I think the obvious thing is he makes open shots. Yeah. He can shoot. And the Lakers, like you just said, like we've all been saying, this goes back a few years at least 2, if not longer. Hey, what is LeBron really good at? LeBron is really good at a million things, but he's particularly good at creating good looks for other people, right? That when he attacks the basket, he can finish, he can dish, and he's really good at dishing to a guy who's standing there behind the line and knocking him down. When he was in Cleveland, that was the best version of LeBron James, where we had guys that could make those shots, whether it's Kyrie or somebody else. Kevin Love could make that shot.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, you've got a guy that gets to the spot, that knows where to be, that's ready to go, and most importantly, makes the shot when he gets the opportunity to make the shot. It's the exact right player for LeBron James and for Anthony Davis to mix in. He's not their third best player yet. Maybe we're trending in that direction.
Could be.
But yeah, he could be. But my goodness, what a difference it looks like having somebody that can make open threes.
So is he going to feel the pressure of Laker basketball? I'm sure he does, but I would eat that up like it's candy.
It hasn't seemed to bother him yet.
This is what you dreamed about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have an opportunity to slide yourself in to the third spot on a team that has LeBron James and an MVP candidate. Mm-hmm. All you have to do is do what you've done your entire life. Think about that.
Make shots.
Make shots. That's it. Play hard. Run the offense.
He doesn't seem to be the least bit intimidated by. Now, again, it's early in the season. It's still November. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. There's a long way to go.
And you got a tougher
schedule. Did you say Mike?
Coming.
Is it Mike Tomlin? The line, "You've earned the right for us to pay attention to you." Is that his line?
Missoula.
Is it Missoula?
Missoula said something like that. Like he has earned the right to be criticized. Or something like that. Yeah,
so
I know where you're going.
Kirk. Kirk uses a line in the pregame show a lot that when all of a sudden you start to put yourself in a situation where, and it was, I know who he was talking about. We're talking about DeMarcus Robinson. And after back-to-back 2 touchdown games, and then he coming into Miami, it's, you've earned the right for us to pay attention to you.
Oh, yeah.
And I wonder if something similar to that isn't going to happen with Knecht at some point. It's like, okay, we got to deal with LeBron. We got to deal with AD.
Yeah.
But when we're putting together what it is we're going to do against the Lakers, the next thing we need to do is deal with Dalton Knecht.
Easier for him, Knecht, because he's not dependent on a quarterback or a line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just when I get the rock, I do what I do best with it. So, yeah, I mean, I do wonder what happens.
But it is a little similar, right? And just saying, instead of leaving him in the corner, we're going to put a body over there.
And they're going to start to pay attention to you league-wide. And I do wonder what happens when Rui comes back.
Great question.
Yeah. So, like Bo Limmer, I'll say this about Knecht. There's no way I'm taking him out of the starting lineup.
I agree.
I don't care who's coming back.
So the question isn't, does he come in or out? Because I think we're on the same page. I think that you leave him in there. I don't care who's coming back. We're winning. He's making shots. Yes. Why would I mess around with that?
And right now, J.J. Redick is Coach of the Year.
He certainly is on the very short list for Coach of the Year and probably at the top of it. The question is, are they actually as good as their record looks? Are they as good as they looked last night? That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to espnla.com and click the contest button.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bust blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge.
Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win and experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Yo, convenience for just $369 a month for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Cardin Alleyway Hyundai just off the 91 freeway or at CardinAlleyWayHyundai.com. $369 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. Includes 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, license, and fees. Offer available to well-qualified buyers only. Subject to HMF credit approval. Expires 12/2/24.
Choosing the right candidates for any office can be difficult.
My office has lots of drama.
My office has its ups and downs.
I share my office.
But no matter what kind of office you have, one thing's for certain. If you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology finds the most qualified candidates for your roles fast, and you can invite your top choices to apply. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So, for any kind of office.
I'm really going places in my office.
My office has everything you could ever want.
Count on ZipRecruiter to find the right candidates for it. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and let me talk to you about this issue of dealing with your homeowner's insurance. So your home floods, right? You have a big giant flood at your house, and you realize that the insurance adjuster is trying to pay you so little that you won't be able to repair the damage. That is when you call Avner Gatt. Avner Gatt is a public insurance adjuster who is on your side. Look, you can try and negotiate with the insurance company yourself. I've tried. You're going to find out very quickly it is not that simple. Avner Gatt and his team negotiate on your behalf to make sure you're getting the best possible outcome, not the insurance company. He and his team have been dealing with insurance companies for so many years. It's all they do. They've got the experience. They've got the industry know-how that you need on your side. Now, some of these folks used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team, and Avner Gatt himself has 20 years of experience in this industry. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional, licensed public adjusters in California, and yes, the size is important. Avner has a unique winning recipe for handling homeowners' insurance claims. No one, and I mean no one, messes around with Avner Gatt and his team. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256, or visit AvnerGatt.com. That's AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. You call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. Avner takes the call himself. Hello!
Great game. You got into the end zone again and again. How'd it feel?
Awesome. Like getting a new iPhone again and again. I just got the new iPhone 16 Pro today.
Really?
Yeah, and with AT&T Next Up Anytime, I can upgrade early every year.
Very nice.
Feel like an MVP again. Learn how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us and the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime. AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Offer subject to change. Additional fees, terms, and restrictions apply. $0 offer may not be available on future iPhones. Next Up Anytime feature may be discontinued at any time. See att.com/iPhone for details.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
They got to do a heat check here.
There he
Here's
is.
Russell.
There he is. Shoot it.
Back to Knecht.
Oh, so just pull up.
Cody Williams is on.
There you go.
Three-pointer by Knecht. Good again. This is astounding. He is making everything from everywhere on the court. Dalton Knecht is 10 of 12 and 7 of 8 from 3.
And then he hit 2 more after that.
Yeah.
He had 9 threes on the night.
I love the Coach Thompson coaching, though. Shoot it.
Look,
Get it. Shoot it.
I don't think I need to say this to any of our listeners, because I know that the overwhelming majority of our listeners are Laker fans, and they listen to a lot of Laker basketball. They listen to it on the radio. Michael Thompson on the games is amazing.
Is he? Yeah.
He is amazing.
He's amazing, period.
Because he's filterless.
Yeah.
He just shoot it. Why not? Like,
He's earned
it's
it.
terrific.
He's 7 feet tall. Who can think that high?
It's
he
it's
sees
terrific.
the world from a different angle. It's just awesome. But I agree 100%. I was thinking the same thing. Shoot it. You can't miss.
Did you ever play NBA Jams as a kid?
You're on fire.
You're on fire, right? So there's that moment where you come across half court. Just let it go. It's going in.
Push the button as fast as you can.
It's
That's
going
in. Yes.
And depending on, like, if you had John Stockton, you might get 3 of those. He's on fire before finally one would rim out.
Yeah.
But
I used to use the Kings. Peja Stojakovic.
Oh yeah,
sure. My God.
I was always
Drazen. It was Drazen too. Drazen Petrovic.
And,
Oh my God, he would get hot. Yes.
Malone and Stockton in NBA Jams were tough to beat.
That's not even fair. But
they were tough to beat.
I brought in a couple stats from yesterday, and I don't need to read every single one of them, but almost the only other person in all of these was he's the second person since Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
So it's kind of insane.
Dog.
And
So,
my favorite part from last night too.
Yeah.
I liked seeing Anthony Davis just look to the crowd and almost be as shocked as we were and as excited as we were. He would be like, "Oh my gosh!"
Bro's on
it was
fire.
great.
Yeah.
When you start to impress guys like that, and LeBron, LeBron's funny to
and
me.
he played the most. He played 38 minutes.
No, he was terrific.
Yeah.
But when LeBron's been in Knecht's corner from the beginning, right? Like he's been talking him up. He's been talking about how good of a player he is and all this. So LeBron's kind of, I don't know if it's a victory lap, but it's like, this is not surprising to me. I know the guy can play, right? So but I do like it when guy that's been around the block 100 times like AD has, guy that's, made his bones in this league, multiple-time All-Star, NBA champion, said all NBAs. He's like, dude, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's a cool feeling when you start to impress guys like that.
You've been, praying for guys like that you don't even know, and then when you see it, it's like, oh, my God, we finally found a dude.
Well,
finding a quarterback when we got Marshall.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, really? We got Marshall?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm smiling and watching what this guy can do. Yeah, it happens. When you find another dog that you can depend on, that takes the load off you, yeah, you should be happy. Absolutely.
Because these are the things that I think about the most. I'm going to talk about food for a second.
Yeah.
You're hungry, right?
Yeah.
You're hungry, and then you finally eat something. You go, I had no idea how hungry I actually was.
Yeah.
And you start to go. That's the Lakers with a player like this, where
I had no idea how bad you really were.
You needed a shooter.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you needed a shooter, and it's very obvious that they needed a shooter.
Yeah.
Hey, the Lakers need somebody that can make threes, and now that you have, it's like, oh my God,
made sense.
Look how this opens up now that you have a shooter, and everything gets a little bit more manageable because he's over there and you got to deal with it.
You know what it seems like? This is so funny. It seems like a JJ Redick team. He's calling everything for guys like him and letting AD and LeBron do what they do best. And that is the Laker mold. That should be the Laker mold. Let these all-stars do your thing. I'm not here to change you.
Yep.
What did Earnhardt say to his chief mechanic? Just fix the car. I'll handle the driving. So LeBron, same. AD, same. I'll handle this stuff. Fix the car around it, and we'll be great. And that's what it seems like. It seems like J.J. Redick is calling plays for J.J. Redick, except it's Knecht. That's hitting plays. Does that make sense?
He's coaching the team,
yeah,
DeMarco.
Yeah, it's
and
working.
This sounds so stupid. And you know what? I'm glad to have been wrong about this. I really am. I'm glad to have been wrong about hey, listen, the talent is the talent, and you're only going to get so much out of this.
Yeah.
There's only so much better you can make this group of guys. That AD and LeBron, like you said, they're 10 out of 10 players, and they're going to be 10 out of 10 players as long as they're healthy. They're maxed out. It's what can you do over here? And my feeling was always probably not that much. Wrong. They're getting a lot more out of that group, and it's like a little lab experiment. Really, Knecht changed, and that's a big deal. But the rest of it is virtually identical to what it is a year ago.
You fix the offense. Just about all the measurables are better. And I see this at Shoot 360. You ever heard of that place?
Mm-mm.
It's a little basketball lab. A lot of ballers go there. The indoor stuff. They have the robot rebounders.
Okay.
So you can go in there and just be
take 1 billion shots.
Curry and just shoot 1,000 shots. But there's something on the wall that stands out. Anything that can be measured can be improved. That's a basketball thing.
Yeah.
And if you look at the numbers now compared to when the season began and definitely last year, you can see the difference in the efficiency of this team. That has to go to J.J. Redick.
All right, I want to talk about some of those numbers because there are some underlying numbers that lead you to believe that the Lakers their record might be a little better than their actual performance. That's coming up in a sec. It is Rivalry Week on 710 ESPN. This Saturday afternoon from 3:30 to 5:30 in Pasadena for a special edition local pregame show. Morales and Bergman will host the USC Coors Light 710 pregame show, a live broadcast from Rocco's Pasadena, 44 West Green Street. Come get ready for the SC-UCLA game with them, and you could win tickets to the game at the Rose Bowl or USC Notre Dame tickets. That's a big one as well. Special thanks to Barry'sTickets.com. The better seats, cheaper prices. Check out Morales' boy, Barry, at Barry'sTickets.com. We'll see you Saturday at Rocco's in Pasadena.
Barry's been around, ain't he?
Barry's been around a long time.
Barry been around. Barry.
All right, you ready for some numbers?
Hit it.
The Lakers' point differential so far this season. What do you think it is? They're 10-4. So keep in mind they're 10-4.
Plus 12.
Plus 1.3.
Plus 1.3. Okay. Tight. Okay.
Okay. But plus 1. They're 10-4, and they have a plus 1.3 differential.
Okay. Got some work to do there.
Yeah. Yeah. That means that when they're winning, they're winning.
Losing, right.
But when they're losing, they're losing. Of their 10 wins, they have 6 against the following teams. 2 against Toronto, who's terrible. Philly, who's terrible.
Shouldn't be, but yes.
San Antonio, New Orleans, and Utah.
So you're telling me they're beating bad teams.
But
you can't help but beat the teams they put in front of you.
The schedule is the schedule.
That's it. Right.
They have to play who they have to play.
Yes.
But 10-4 with 2 against Toronto, Philly, San Antonio, New Orleans, and Utah. Are they a 10-4? Are they the third best team?
Okay.
So look, they're 10-4. You can only play.
I hate when they bring that up. I hate.
Do you hate it because you fear it might be true, or you just hate it?
I just hate when they bring up, okay, the teams you beat aren't very good. But does it matter? Sure, it does, but it doesn't. You can only play the teams that are in front of you.
And by the way, Orlando and Denver coming up.
Yes,
both at Crypto, where they have not lost a game.
Yes,
better.
Yes,
but they're also their defensive metrics not good towards the bottom half of the league. This is a team that still struggles on defense. They
can't run.
Last night, I think, is a good example of this.
Yeah.
They had that game in the palm of their hand virtually all night. Right? They went out to a big lead, but at the end of the night, they kind of let them creep back into the game. Now,
can't put them away.
Okay.
Like
the Lakers haven't beaten the Nuggets in 2 years.
Yeah, John said that the other day that the Nuggets own the Lakers.
Didn't they beat them once in the playoffs last year? Didn't they get
one?
finally?
It was one game.
This is regular season.
Okay.
So
okay.
yeah,
and it was a game they gave away.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so you have to do it against quote unquote good teams. You have to do it against teams that could beat you or have beaten you.
When we were doing crosstalk yesterday, Ireland was like, I don't know how excited I'm allowed to get about this, right? That's what he's and I think the answer is pretty darn excited, but understand that there are other hurdles to clear. Like, they've beaten Phoenix. They've have some wins on the schedule that are good wins, but
we're trying right now not to get ahead of ourselves. Because
we
there's
early. It's November.
We want to. You're the 3 seed, dang near the 2 seed. It's fun right now, but you're waiting for the other shoe to drop.
And that's the question. Yeah. Is it going to drop, or is this just, look, they don't care if you win by 15 or 3. You win or you lose. Or do we care if you win by 3 against mediocre
The
competition?
same as when Chris was in here. I said to him, if the Rams beat Philly, will you be all in on this team? And he said yes. That's not a bet. That's just if they do, if they prove to you they're good by beating Philly, will you be all in? He said yes. Same with the Lakers. This looks good now, and I hate that you point up the losing teams, bad teams. But if they look the same and beat Denver, you have to be all in.
Okay,
and then you can say, I'm excited.
Here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Denver has got Jokic. You've got names that you recognize. You got players that you recognize. Denver's record is good, not great. Denver, I want to say, double check this. I think they're 9-6. Okay, so they're good, and they've got the 3-time MVP on their squad, so they're good.
Nuggets are 8-5.
Sleeping giant, man. You know, it is what it is. Yeah.
Or Murray has regressed tremendously. KCP is gone. They've traded away a lot of the team that won.
I would
that
love to
championship.
believe it, but I got to see it first. Is Jokic still there?
Jokic is still there.
Then there's your big problem.
But I wonder if we're going to always find ways to kind of like, but this. Because it's the first time, quite frankly, it's the first time since 2 years ago in the playoffs where you look at the Lakers and you can be genuinely, 2 years ago in the playoffs when, hey, they beat Golden State. Hey, they beat Memphis. It's like you're excited. They're winning games. Since then, it's been a lot of, just wait until, or hey, maybe if this, or if they only can do that. They're finally winning a bunch of games again, so the enthusiasm is coming back again.
Yeah.
But there are some signposts on the road saying, hold on a second
good
here.
Coaches coming that are going to dismantle what Reddick is doing. Yes. That's the other part of it. It's not just the playing. There's some coaches that they're going to out-strategize your coach because this is his first year.
I'm going to put you on the spot, and we have a long way to go.
Yeah.
And a million injuries, trades, a million things can happen.
Yeah.
Do they avoid the play-in tournament for the first time seemingly in forever?
I'll tell you when we come back.
Oh, check him out! Check him out. He's doing teases.
Right back
He's
at
doing
you.
Teases. And I'm going to do something too, DeMarco. After you do a tease, I'm going to break your heart because I'm going to.
I thought you were going to run to the restroom.
No.
Oh.
I thought the lug nuts are tightening. We're getting better. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about Prize Picks. I just missed DeMarco last night. Darius Garland let me down. I got my first 2. Darius Garland, I had over 15, and it didn't happen. He was a little bit under. The Cavs got their first loss of the season. But this is what makes Prize Picks so much fun. Games that maybe you wouldn't watch anyway, you're paying attention to because you got a little Prize Picks going on, and you pick more and you pick less. I got LeBron right last night. I thought him had under 8.5 rebounds. He was. This is Prize Picks. You pick more, you pick less, and with as little as 4 correct picks, you can win up to 100 times your money. But you can't win anything if you don't have the app on your phone. So put the Prize Picks app on your phone, and when you're signing up, make sure that you put in the code 710, 710, because when you do that, when you place your first $5 lineup, you're going to get $50 guaranteed. $50 guaranteed. You don't even have to win that first $5 lineup. Pick more, pick less with Prize Picks. Prize Picks, run your game.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus game day tickets. Listen to your cue to call and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Park Party and Play with me at Hollywood Park Casino. Must be 21 and older to enter.
Venue in LA, that is Cosm in Inglewood. It's called Immersive Shared Reality. It will look and feel like you are courtside. If you want to be at Cosm for live NBA action, go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Use code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA game in November. Do not wait. Tickets go fast. Go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
Lowe's knows you want to get even more value for the holiday. That's why as a MyLowe's Rewards member, you get new member deals on holiday decor, tools, and more. And you earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards to help you save on holiday and more. Not a member? Join for free today at Lowe's.com/MyLowe'sRewards. Because Lowe's knows deals. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowe's.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now, during our Black Friday sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add a base. And Cyber Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
FX presents American Sports Story, Aaron Hernandez.
Football is all I got. Everything's okay when I'm playing ball.
You can't make mistakes, Aaron. People are watching you.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Is there something that you want to tell me?
You don't know what kind of thoughts I have.
FX's American Sports Story, Aaron Hernandez. All new Tuesdays on FX. Stream on Hulu.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
So what if I need a new one? We have the right Duralast battery for you, only at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You don't have to put on the red light.
What do you think about when you hear the song?
Eddie Murphy.
You dang right. In
I
the
think
jail
of
cell.
Community.
I think of Good Burger.
Good Burger.
Yeah, that's when Carmen Electra's walking in to the Good Burger. Carmen, you remember that? Or
I
no?
heard nothing after Carmen Electra. Nothing.
Have you guys seen Community?
I've seen it, but I don't know it.
Okay, one of the best episodes of Community is the multiple chaos theories or multiple. So they roll a dice, and there are different timelines that happen after you roll this dice, and they call it like the bad timeline, the darkest timeline, etc. But every time they play this song is when they roll the dice.
Okay.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy.
I didn't know this song until after the movie came out.
Oh,
I had no idea. I thought Eddie Murphy had made it up. I had no idea what they were talking about. Yeah, crazy.
It was 48 hours, right?
48 hours,
Yeah.
yes.
All right, join DeMarco and I this Friday from Legends Attic in Claremont for a live broadcast, of course, during our slot, 9 to noon. You can come by and you can meet the following: Steve Sachs, Steve Garvey, and, of course, our pal Oral Hershiser. That's Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in Claremont. Go to legendsattic.com to get yourself a ticket for Friday to make sure you get your photos and autographs with the guys. We will see you Friday at Legends Attic in Claremont. DeMarco.
Remember that question about stealing the Declaration of Independence?
Yes.
Not that.
I know.
But I might try to steal Oral Cy Young. I may try to walk out of that building with that Cy Young.
It's funny you say that. I don't know why, but you saying it like that just kind of hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
That Oral Hershiser's Cy Young Award is in that building.
I touched
it.
it.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've touched it too. It's like it's awesome, but it's like, my goodness, that's amazing.
It's the Cy Young
Yes.
Award. You've heard about it. You've talked about it. There it is.
They're going to pass those out today. As a matter of fact, Major League today is Cy Young Day. Managers of the Year,
Awesome.
Rookies of the Year went a few days ago.
So it's Ohtani Day.
Tomorrow's
Tomorrow's
Ohtani Day.
Ohtani Day.
Tomorrow
Okay.
is Ohtani Day. MVPs come tomorrow, so it'll be judging Ohtani. That is awesome and also anticlimactic because we know that both of those guys are going to win. Would it be super weird if I brought some Steve Garvey baseball cards to have him sign?
No, not at all. Not at all. Steve Garvey, man. Yeah.
I know. I feel so. I don't know. I feel uncomfortable, awkward doing that.
You've met him before, right?
No, never.
You've never met Steve Garvey? Okay, so
I've talked to him, but I've never met him.
What's the word we say to other men when we see them and they look nice in a suit? A suit. You look sharp.
Sharp, yeah.
He looked sharp, like as if you touched the shoulder of his jacket, it would cut you.
That was always his deal.
Yes.
He always looked very buttoned up.
Collars were perfect.
Yes.
His hair was perfect.
We had Lego hair.
Lego hair.
Yeah, just...
We took a picture in a restaurant, and I'm in like sweats, and he's in this suit, and I said, "Can I have a picture, Mr. Garvey?" Sure.
Dude, he's
even
Steve
the
Garvey.
pose was perfect.
He's Steve Garvey.
Like do you practice?
So I'm a baseball card nerd. This is one of the other reasons I love Legends Attic because there's a ton of baseball cards and stuff in there. But Garvey's baseball cards were almost always posed shots. Like there's either the posed shot or the shot that they take during a game.
Okay,
right, where you're like digging the ball out, swinging the bat,
doing
or
something.
whatever.
Yeah,
but his were always posed, like the ones they would take in spring training and stuff.
Yeah,
and they're perfect. Like they're just the glove is perfect, the hat is perfect, the hair is perfect, like just exquisitely perfect.
I think
Garvey
I told
moments.
him on the way out, and it was just off the top of my head. I know you got a bunch of mirrors in your house. Because, I mean, dude, nothing is out of place.
Just lay them on the table, Trav. Just lay the cards on the table. When he gets there, leave the Sharpie there. He'll know what's up.
I don't know.
His hand will fly on its own.
You have been asked for your autograph hundreds of times, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Is it ever weird for you? Like, is there a bad way to do it to make it uncomfortable?
He's there for that, so no. But don't ask someone at dinner.
No, I would never. I would literally never.
But that is the perfect environment to get all your Steve Garvey stuff signed.
I just want one thing.
What is it?
Exactly. A baseball card.
A baseball card.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I can't wait. And Steve Sachs. And Oral.
And Oral.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm
going to go dig into the I'm going to the closet tonight. I'm getting everybody. There's an Oral. There's a Sachs.
No,
there's
when we
Garvey.
come back on Monday, I'll have a Cy Young right here. I'm stealing that thing.
Emily's got a Mandy. Jorge's got a Mandy. And you will have a Cy Young
right
award.
there. Yes.
You go. There you go. All right. Lakers going to make the play-in, or more importantly, are the Lakers going to avoid the play-in for the first time in what feels like a very long time?
I think they should. They should not be in the play-in to begin with. I think those two guys, those once in a lifetime, once in a generation players, AD and LeBron, they're too good to be in the play-in. And I hate to keep harping on this, but it just, you come back to prior coaching and what this is now and how it looks. And, you know, you got lucky with Knecht falling to you, that everyone else messed it up, that you get him at 17. You're going to wind up paying for that for a long time. I do remember this. Was it Jordan and Bowie?
So
Sam Bowie went first.
No, Bowie went second. Olajuwon went first.
Olajuwon, Bowie.
And then Jordan.
Somebody had
third.
a shot for Jordan, and they passed
Portland.
him up. Yeah, so there's going to be 16 teams upset by the end of this thing.
You know what's funny is that that whole thing with Bowie and Jordan. You hear about Bowie and Jordan. And no one ever mentions Olajuwon. That's how good of a player Olajuwon was.
That's crazy.
That Michael Jordan went after Olajuwon, and nobody's like, "Oh, you made the wrong." No, they didn't. I mean, Jordan is historically more important, but Olajuwon's like, "Yeah, you got exactly what you thought you were getting."
But in the history of my life telling that story, I did not know Olajuwon went number one until right now. That's wow, and you're right. That makes sense. Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Of any player in the world I might take over Michael Jordan, knowing what I know now, it would be him.
It was, and the game was different. The game was run by big guys.
Yeah.
Right? It was a big guy game, and Jordan was a guard. And
No, I mean, even after, if you had a time machine and knew Jordan was going to be Jordan,
and take Jordan.
I don't know. I might take the dream shake was unbelievable.
He's awesome. Olajuwon does too in this scenario.
Great on both ends.
Michael Jordan. Stop.
Hakeem.
Right. Exactly.
Hakeem, the
you got.
dream.
Let me see your feet. You got Hakeem's
on
there.
That's different. That's shoe selling. I'm just saying on the floor. I bet Jordan respected Olajuwon. Yes.
All right. I got something to read from you, and I know this is going to break your heart a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Tyrese Maxey from Philadelphia, right? Really good player. The Sixers are having a terrible start to their season. 2-11. They're terrible. Embiid has been injured, in and out of the lineup. They're terrible. They're having a bad start. The Maxey, Paul George, and Joel Embiid have not played together in a game yet so far this season. Okay?
Sorry, go ahead.
Terrible start. Apparently, they had a come-to-Jesus meeting with the team the other day. And
did they?
Yes.
Okay.
And
which is laughable.
One of the things that was addressed in this meeting, and I'm just going to read this to you from the ESPN story. Maxey challenged Embiid to be on time to team activities, calling out the 2023 league MVP for, ready? Here's the worst part.
Go ahead.
For being late to, quote, everything, close quote.
God.
And how it impacts the locker room from other players to the coaching staff, sources briefed on the meeting told ESPN.
That's the break my heart?
Yes.
No, that makes me mad. That just
Right.
that's the opposite of break my heart.
Well, then I want to get you more mad. We'll do that coming up at 10.
Wow.
Maybe you can turn this into a Far Side, which is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710, late to everything. 710 ESPN.
Can't be late. This is D4. We're on time around here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Why get stuck in traffic when you don't have to? And I hate traffic because there's nowhere to go. But I do have a place for you. The best casino resort in Southern California. You can be there in less than an hour. Pechanga gives all guests like me and you all the amenities they expect of a world-class resort. Exceptional entertainment. I mean, great stuff going on at Pechanga. Dining, spa, golf. Let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. Woohoo! The casino floor, huge. There's 1,100 hotel rooms and suites, the spa, the golf course, 20 bars, restaurants, and so much more. It makes Pechanga Resort Casino one of the largest resort casinos in the country. Come see why readers of Newsweek and USA Today voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. So whether your idea of entertainment is kicking it poolside like me, taking a dip in the pool, or putting a great bet on blackjack and winning that thing, Pechanga Resort Casino is waiting for you. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number right now. 888-PECHANGA to book a reservation, or for more info, you can also follow them on Instagram at Pechanga Casino for up-to-the-minute news and information.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho. Let's do this. 877-753-8736 or on the web at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bus blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino, located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Geico 004527. Geico 003871.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Black Friday savings start now at Cardin Alleyway Hyundai. These are brand new 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid SEO convenience for just $369 a month for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Cardin Alleyway Hyundai just off the 91 freeway or at CardinAlleyWayHyundai.com. $369 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. Includes 10,000 miles per year plus tax, license, and fees. Offer available to well-qualified buyers only. Subject to HMF credit approval. Expires 12/2/24.
If it's hot, it's at GNC, and we bring you the best new stuff first. GNC has this winter's newest in weight loss, muscle building, and wellness, and the best energy drink flavors anywhere. If it's at the top of your feed, it's already at GNC. Ask a GNC coach about the newest drops from Rise, Mutant, Alani Nu, Drip Drop, and more at your local GNC store, or shop our full collection of flavors and online exclusives at GNC.com. If it's hot, it's at GNC. Live well.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like North America's #1 home fire safety brand, Kidda. Because on a day full of football sounds you love, like fight songs, roaring crowds, and your favorite commentators...
like me, Kirk Herbstreit.
The last sound you want to hear is... Defend your game time with Kidda and the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Based on total household installations as of December 2023.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
You know what's crazy? Travis, can you spell Isaac?
ISAAC?
Okay. I still have trouble spelling Isaac. Can anybody spell Isaac?
Isaac.
Yeah.
Okay. That's my guy, too. He's coming in Friday, and Marshall. So I'll be interviewing them for that podcast. The
Between the Horns? Behind the Horns?
Between the Horns.
Behind the Horns.
No. Oh, my God. I forgot the name
Between
of the
the
podcast.
Lions.
Say again?
No,
The Legends podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll come to me. I'm brain dead today, but they're coming in on Friday.
That's
But
awesome.
The entire 99 team is here. They're going to honor us at the Philadelphia game.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
It makes sense because of Vermeil. So
Sure.
everybody's coming in, and we're going to stay right across the street here.
Right here.
And we're going to the Nuggets game, the Lakers Nuggets. So
Oh,
I can't
great.
wait. But got me just thinking about stuff and guys who are coming, and it's great to get together. And I remember talking with Isaac, with Kevin Carter, with all my buddies, Keith Lyle, about when we won the Super Bowl. We're going to be doing this for a while, and we're all going to make the 25, right? Because we're going to be around the same age, right? We're going to be in our 50s. So Kurt's going to be there. He's going to be broadcasting, though. He's not going to be on the field with us. But everybody's going to come except for a few guys. And it's usually the same guys that show up. And I think that don't show up. I think they might be a little embarrassed.
How come?
Because, okay, look, I get along with every teammate of any team I've been on.
I am not surprised to hear that.
I do. I get along with everyone, but
I understand.
But there are some guys that kind of overstate their value to the team or their place in it, and it's so bad because they will.
Without naming names, can you give me an example? Or you can feel free to name names if you'd like.
I'll try. But I mean, they overstate their position. Like they go back and live wherever they live, and they have a ring, and they tell stories like they're Marshall or they're Isaac.
Got it.
And to people in that town, they believe it. Yeah. So when they're in that town, they're one thing. But when they come...
Stolen valor is what we're talking about.
Yeah. And it's weird. So there's going to be a few of those guys as well.
Okay.
But I don't care. I'm just happy to see you, man.
Of course.
I mean, we did this thing as young men, and here we are as old dudes, and they're honoring us again, and it's so much fun. But I'm getting all the text messages. I'm nervous.
Are you the godfather of this whole group? Are you the ringmaster?
No, I mean not the entire hub, but we know we all came up together.
You aren't you?
I'm not the hub.
You're not?
No, I'm not the hub, but I mean I have the same text message. So
okay,
yeah.
Who is? If it's not you, who is? Who's the center of that universe?
Mike Jones usually.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike Jones is the guy that we can trust, or Ray Agnew. But
well,
Ray's busy, so it's
tackle.
Mike. Yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy that makes. But I mean, some of those guys are coming, and they're really worried about being and seeing other people because they haven't seen them in like 20 years. You know, like, can I really come to this? Yeah, bro.
They're on the team.
We're on the team.
Yeah.
We love you. We love you to death.
Do staffers show up for all this stuff?
Everybody.
Okay.
Everybody shows up. So that's the thing.
That's cool, by the way.
About this team, like other Super Bowl teams, and Vermeil, and kind of comparing Sean McVay to Vermeil. There's nothing like the Sean McVay era. This is the greatest era of Rams football.
Agreed.
Right now, you're living in it. But there was nothing like that Vermeil era, and it was short. But the entire building from top to bottom was pulling in the same direction. Everybody had the same vision. That's what I mean. It was so special. That's why. So when guys call me and tell me, you know, I'm not sure, are they going to...
Get your ass to L.A.
Thank you very much. Get your butt here. take this drink.
Yes.
Enjoy this.
Yeah.
This is what we worked hard for, and whatever beef you got was 25 years ago. Forget it. Let's get together. I cannot wait to see you this weekend. This is going to be a blast.
Unless it's your Washington teammates who are still knocking each other out over the same old thing.
That's okay. So I will relay a story. This is something. Okay, so this is funny. This is about UW. There was a graduate assistant coach. Now the GAs were knock-around coaches.
Okay.
Okay. So this guy, and there are some GAs that go on to be coaches, and you kind of respect them. This guy was not in that group. Okay. So lo and behold, 10 years after UW. He finds his way into the NFL, worms his way onto a team, not as an executive.
Okay.
And latches onto a team that catches lightning in a bottle and becomes a playoff contender out of nowhere.
Okay.
So you know what happens after that. Everybody comes poaching.
Yeah.
They want to know how this team did it. So his name is on the scouting department and GM department, right? So they say, okay, well, I want some of that magic. So they hire that guy. Mind you, I know him, and I read his bio, and it says integral part of the 1991 National Championship Huskies. And I'm like, really?
That's not true.
Since when? Right? So that's the story he told. And here's how it ended. Turns out when they hired him, he had this PowerPoint presentation that was supposed to revolutionize football. That's the reason he got hired. He gets to the place that hired him. He didn't know how to work it. He had no idea what he was doing. It was so obvious that you were a fraud, and they hired this guy. He went from a position of power to dang near the maintenance man in like 10 days.
So you're now the second person to tell me a very similar story like this.
Yeah.
Key told me more than once.
There's a bunch of them, yeah.
Travis, there are people coaching in the NFL that are executives in the NFL that have no idea what they're doing. They are completely out of their depth.
Do me a favor. Do you know where Key played in his career? Because I know Jets. I know he played for the Jets. He played for
Cowboys,
Carolina,
and Tampa.
We may be talking about the same guy. We may be talking about the same dude.
Okay.
There's a team in common there, yes,
Okay.
that caught lightning in a bottle,
Yeah.
came out of nowhere,
Okay.
and went to the NFC Championship game. We'll just leave that there.
I don't know if Panthers roar, but I'm
Roar.
close.
Buenos dias.
But he wasn't talking. He was like,
okay.
I'm like, he would say to me, and you're telling me the same thing.
Yeah.
That guy doesn't know. I'm like, Keyshawn, he's a coach in the NFL. He has
Nothing.
to at least have some semblance of basic competency. Travis, no.
Not
he
at
knows
all.
a guy who knows a guy, and that's why he's here. I'm like, that's impossible.
Yes.
I believe that there's a guy that knows a guy that's the secondary coach at a high school. I believe that to be true.
Yeah.
In the NFL?
Oh, yeah. There's some, not a lot.
I don't.
There's some that slip through the cracks. There's great drafts. There's busts.
There's busts.
Same thing happens with hires.
I bet
It's
even
the Peter principle. You fail up into your level of incompetence.
Yeah,
that must have been
So
terrible.
you rise to the level of your incompetency.
But that must have been terrifying when you get the job and they're expecting you to know this stuff and you know you don't know it.
Well, you're just not like in a ski mask and gun situation, but you're just there to rob them of their money, right?
I guess.
Like
I
you're
don't
not
know.
you're not there to do the job. Like you, for instance.
Yes.
I don't know anything about anything. If you said to me, "Hey, we're hiring you to be the CEO of a hardware company," okay, I'll do it. Contract's dried. I get my stock. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to come in there. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just here to get the check.
This guy's hire was the equivalent of the co-pilot of a plane. Like at some point you're going to have to fly this thing and he has no idea how to fly.
Was he on time?
He was on time.
Okay.
He looked the part.
Then he's ahead of Joel Embiid, who apparently does not own a watch or doesn't give a damn. That's next on the Travis DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Father.
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
Lakers fans, take the purple and gold with you wherever you go by downloading the Lakers app, presented by BBGO. With the Lakers app, get the latest team news, live updates, in-game highlights, photos, and more. Available in the App Store for free. Don't miss any of the action as the season continues. And always be game day ready. The Lakers app has you covered. Download now to your iPhone or Android. Let's go, Lake Show.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
You and I will be out at Legends Attic on Friday. We're going to be doing our show out there. Steve Sachs is going to be there. Steve Garvey is going to be there. And, of course, hosting us as he always does will be Dodger legend. And you will own his Cy Young by the end of the night when you national treasure that thing out of the back room.
I already cased him.
Do you
Danny
think
Ocean
they have
style.
on display the Oral Hershiser jersey that Walker Buehler wore at the parade?
So, apparently, that's Oral's jersey from the 88 series.
Yeah, but do you think it's on display in Legends Attic?
I don't recall seeing it there.
Okay.
So, maybe he went to Oral directly, or
I was watching the replay of the sports. What is it? Spectrum. The
Spectrum Sports Net.
So I was watching that broadcast that night all over again, and Oral was saying that he had that in Vegas, I believe.
Yeah.
So he asked his wife get it from Vegas and then send it over, and he gave it to Walker, and then they're like, okay, so there's gonna be stains. He's like, I don't care, whatever stains can stay on that. And
World Series stains.
Exactly.
Let's go. Double World
Disgusting.
Series stains.
Wash that thing, man.
That champagne stains?
Bruh. Okay, so they do this after football games when they let the fans on the field and the kids run around.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what's down there?
Oh, no, you're talking about the field?
Yeah,
Oh, that's gross.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So not any stain. Wash that thing.
No,
just saying. There's a lot of stuff that goes on.
A little, Dom Perignon stain on your jersey. We're okay with that. We're okay with that. Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7. I got a question for you. Don't let me forget. It's about dugouts.
Okay.
Tune in all week this week to our show, the Travis DeMarco Show, to win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino, which includes this Sunday's tailgate party passes at the casino. It's a good tailgate party. And game day tickets to SoFi. Listen for your cue to call 877-710 ESPN, and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack. Hollywood Park Casino, Park Party and Play, must be 21 and older to enter. Listen for that cue and give us a call, 877-710 ESPN.
Rams Iconic. That's the podcast.
There you go.
Just popped in. Thank you. Okay.
Well, okay.
Concussion CTE. Sorry.
I would imagine that we have a wide listening audience of neurologists out there, right? I'm sure that we do. I do the same thing. Where I can't, somebody says, hey, what's the name of that thing? It's like, I don't know.
And I've just been thinking of it.
And then the second you stop thinking about it, bing, it pops right back in there.
I think it's called age.
Damn.
Age, beer.
Is that why I put on 6 pounds in 2 weeks? Because I'm old?
You did?
I did.
We're just telling you how good you looked yesterday.
Yeah,
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
don't get neurotic.
Disappointing.
Les Snead, a long time ago, when he started losing weight, threw away his scale. And I so respect him because there's nothing good about the scale. It just depresses you.
I didn't step on a scale for 15 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I need to see. What's the line on the basketball thing? Anything that can be measured can be improved.
Can be improved.
Okay, so that's kind of where I need to know where I am. So I need to know.
Okay, so scale purge for a month and live your life.
We'll see.
Yes,
we'll see. It's very, very disappointing. What's grosser? The field after an NFL game. Okay.
Yeah.
With everything that's going out there, sweat, blood, God knows what else.
Yeah.
or the floor of a Major League Baseball dugout.
Oh, my God.
Because I would submit that you would, short of a toxic waste facility, there's nothing grosser than a baseball dugout.
I got to go dugout.
Yeah.
It has to be, right? There's more stuff
Sunflower
down there.
seeds, dip.
Yeah.
And
there's no seeds. There's no dip. There's none of that on
blood.
a football field. Blood, yes.
Gross
Sweat, yes. But there's everything under the sun is under in a dugout.
Players are disgusting human beings.
But there's only so many things you can do. Bubble gum, sunflower seeds, tobacco.
But it's a sport where spitting and retching is encouraged.
You mean like throwing up?
But not throwing up necessarily, but just getting rid of whatever it is you need to get rid of, just put it on the floor right there.
Yeah, that's gross. Yeah. Football's not really a spitting sport.
No.
Baseball is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A dugout by a mile.
Okay.
But what's worse than that? Hockey locker room.
Oh,
God, the worst.
Dressing room, right?
Oh my! Is it dressing room?
It is dressing room.
And it's hockey mask, not helmet.
Correct.
Learning.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Football has a locker room.
Yes.
Baseball has a clubhouse. Hockey has a dressing room.
What are they?
Basketball has a locker room, I believe.
What are they? They're all locker rooms.
Well,
it's where you keep your clothes.
The hockey people would say it's not. You know why it's not a locker room? Because I made the mistake. There's no locks. That's where they get
so
dressed.
Canadian. That is so Canadian.
I'm like, oh, that's rather
fair.
literal.
Fair
but
enough.
Okay, yeah.
There's a lock on the door, ain't it?
So if you go down into, like, let's say you're going to go watch the Kings at Crypto.com, or you're going to go to the Honda Center to watch the Ducks or whatever, and you go down into that tunnel that leads, the second the door from the staircase or the elevator going down into the bowels of that open, it's the seventh circle of hell.
Horrid smell just pops through.
The most funky, horrible.
Nope.
Are they not? Did they not use the same, totally different?
It's
dressing
just
room?
the sweat and the pads.
So like the Lakers use the same.
No, different locker room.
Oh, okay.
Different
That's
locker
what I
room.
didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's
disgusting.
All of those pads are soaked with sweat, and unlike the football ones, there's a lot of like soft material.
You can kind of wash it.
You can scrub those. Yeah.
Oh my God! I
nasty.
had friends that were hockey players. Like, hey, come down to the dressing room, chum. Nope.
Speaking of,
take a shower. I'll meet you
That's a
outside.
good Canadian accent,
come
by the way.
down, chum.
Do that more often.
Speaking of hockey, Ovi might have to wait a little longer to
break Gretzky's record.
break Gretzky.
What happened to Ovi?
27 games away, and he might have torn his MCL against Utah.
I like Ovechkin. Some people hate
He's
him.
39 years old too. He's like almost like LeBron out there.
He's one of those guys.
You can do that in hockey. Yager played forever.
But he did.
Yeah.
And like Paul Coffey, Chris Chelios, these guys, they
play forever.
Yeah. But usually the production starts to dip.
Yeah.
Ovechkin's is still pretty darn
He's
good.
still. There's some people that didn't like him because of his goal celebrations, and I'm like, that's the reason I love him.
Yeah.
He pretended his stick was on fire.
Dude, when you score a goal, hit a home run, score a touchdown, that's hard to do. Do whatever you want.
Hardest thing in the
get
world.
it out of the river.
Yeah. One of the ocean.
Ocean, sorry. Yeah. Max Muncy.
Max Muncy when he took Bumgardner deep in
Get it
San
out.
Francisco.
Yeah, there you go.
And Bumgardner was staring because Bumgardner's the ultimate red ass. He's mad at everybody every day for
Do you
everything.
like him?
As a pitcher?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want him on my team.
What
not
about
anymore.
the unwritten rules of baseball, the guardian of that stuff?
We're on different pages.
Okay, I can't stand it because of that.
I have no time for it all. And Muncy put it perfectly. Go get the ball out of the ocean.
I would say the same thing with a few more expletives. Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey, who is one of the stars of the Philadelphia 76ers, who are having a terrible, terrible season, 2-11 through the early part of the season, reportedly called out Embiid for always being late. This according to Shams. In the meeting, Maxey challenged Embiid to be on time to team activities, calling out the former MVP about being late, quote, for everything, close quote, and how it impacts the locker room from other players to the coaching staff, sources briefed on the meetings told ESPN. This is why, DeMarco, a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, when J.J. Redick had his rules, be on time, pay attention, and care.
I cannot believe you got to put that in print.
Okay? Case number one. This is the MVP of the league who shows up late to, quote, everything.
Can we get into some show history for a minute?
Sure.
Okay. We were talking about our production meeting, and Chris said, you're not going to blow in here at 9 o'clock and just start the show. Did you have guys that actually did that?
Oh, yeah.
You're kidding me.
Not even a little kidding. Yeah. 100%.
Were they ever late to the show?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, was anybody ever late to their own show? Like, when the show starts at 9 o'clock, did they show up at 9:04?
No more than the typical, there was a 5-car pileup on the freeway and you just couldn't get here.
Okay, but this is like saying Joel Embiid isn't late for the start of a basketball game,
right?
But if you're late to production meetings, that's like these meetings for teams.
Yeah, for instance, if
routinely late to
if
everything.
Matthew Stafford, if the game starts at 1:25,
Yeah.
and he pulls into the arena at 1:20, he's late. Right?
Correct.
Yeah,
I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to wrapping my head around this, but okay. So shoot around practice starts at a certain time.
Well, can I just real quick before we go back to the show history? Quote, being late to everything.
Everything. So,
training, games, practice, community event. When you say everything, I'm assuming that means everything. He's late to it all, which goes back to your point, which I think is a good one about leadership, that this team has it, this team doesn't, that somebody needs to speak up. Tyrese Maxey is being a leader by calling out their best player and by saying to Embiid, hey, dude, what do you expect when you are our guy and you can't be here on time? That is leadership, and clearly Embiid's not a leader. The leader doesn't show up last; he shows up first.
First thing I asked is, where does he want to go? Because basketball players can pout their way out of town.
They can.
So clearly he wants out of Philadelphia.
This has been years too. This isn't new for Joel.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, either it's
kind of
been
a fan
encouraged.
favorite there. They seem to like him, which is odd for Philly to like somebody that apparently is late for quote everything.
Everything. But he balls out when he's healthy.
And what helps is
production
that,
equal tolerance.
Well, yes, but again, that doesn't mean production may be tolerated for him.
Yeah.
But it sets the wrong tone for everybody else. The reason that the Lakers, be on time, care, pay attention, the pillars that J.J. Redick was talking about.
Yeah.
Well, LeBron's not that guy. LeBron is the most buttoned-up professional person you're ever going to run into. He takes care of all of the details. So because he's their best player and he's their most disciplined and he's the most professional guy, everything else is going to kind of fall in line. But when you have something like this going on, it's, I mean, I know we're not even going to start until 10 minutes after it's supposed to start. Why do I need to be there?
I'm going to
Can you imagine this guy being late for the team flight?
Yes.
They will wait for you.
Really?
They'll wait. They'll wait for him.
Oh,
right.
Man.
Axl Rose and Guns N' Roses would show up late for the plane and make them wait, and that's why they broke up. One of the greatest bands ever. It does happen. But I'll say this. There are different rules for different people. And I think Joel Embiid has the potential to be one of the best big men we've ever seen in the game. But I don't think he has the heart for it.
No, he doesn't.
So if you're not bringing it every single night, if you're not leading us to championships, you can't behave this way. You can't be late to everything. I think Shaq was like that, right?
Well, I don't know. I can't speak to Shaq's punctuality, but I think what's interesting in all of this is, and I'm trying to look it up, and my Wi-Fi's down. How many years has Joel Embiid been in the league? It's 10 at least. Right, he's been around a long time.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it has.
And a couple of All-Stars.
Because keep in mind, he didn't play the first couple of years. He was hurt a lot of the time.
That's what I'm saying.
8 years.
8 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
8 years.
So All-Star and an Olympian. The guy can
MVP.
obviously play.
He was an MVP.
He can play.
But what is the rub on Embiid?
He's always hurt.
And he's out of shape.
Yeah.
Right?
Sorry, this is his 9th year.
9th year.
Oh,
so this is a guy who, DeMarco, no one has ever looked at Joel Embiid and said he's not good enough, he's not talented enough, he's not skilled enough. Dude, he's carrying too much weight.
I know.
And the weight leads to injuries. The weight leads to, by the time we get to the end of the season, what else is Joel Embiid? He's never played beyond the second round.
Crazy.
Ever. Okay?
Wow.
So
that sucks.
This is, I understand, different rules for different folks. He's your best player. You're going to kind of look the other way, but to try to build around a team that has a lack of leadership like this, good luck.
I don't know what
good luck.
I don't know what your other course of action is in that sport because there's no one that can make him stop. I hope it works out for Maxey and what he said will actually impact Embiid. I think it's going to be a bunch of empty words.
Might be.
It will be. I mean, that's what I'm saying. How do you make Embiid? How do you make a basketball player motivated?
Or what is the first thing
to
you
be
said,
on time? If you have to tell him to be on time.
Okay, it's one of my great frustrations in life. I don't think if you either are a person that's on time or you're not.
Yeah.
You're one or the other.
Okay.
And the person that's perpetually late might show up on time once in a while.
Right.
And so but if you're perpetually late, that's who you are. That's in your DNA.
Okay, so here's the other end of what I'm saying. Different rules for different people. It just popped into my head. Dennis Rodman.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot make him on time. We cannot make him a good teammate.
Yep.
But what he does is give us 20 rebounds a night.
Mm-hmm.
Different rules, different people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
But he was never the best player on the team.
No. That's the other problem. And Jordan can't do that.
Jordan would never.
You're right.
Like, that's not how he operates.
Yes.
Right? And that's why you can have a loose screw over here as long as everyone and Rodman was the guy that Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan liked to just let him go do his thing. He'll be here when we need him, and we can turn the screw. But if we try to squeeze him now, we're not going to get what we need. They were smart enough to really. But he was the third best player, right? You had Pippen and Jordan. So you can do these things. I keep coming back to the Lakers.
He needs a Chris Paul. That's what you need. You need a Chris Paul.
Chris Paul is disciplined too. Chris Paul's a pro, but again, Chris Paul is not particularly.
He's helping Wemby. Go help this guy.
Yeah. But again, that's not a help thing. That's who he is.
But that's
you're not teaching him.
You
that.
need somebody that's not afraid to. I don't know if Maxi's
that's what
the
I
guy.
want to see. Like you, because I'm kind of stealing it from you. We're talking about. I would love to see somebody with the Rams be the guy that's the Maxi in this situation. Like, hey, we got to, and I'm not saying that it's a punctuality thing. I'm saying it's a let's tighten up thing. Let's get more consistent thing. That somebody, because I'm sure the coaches are hammering away at it and hammering away at it and hammering away at it. But sometimes when it comes from the players, like we need to eliminate this and be better at that. Somebody's stepping up into that role.
Like a Jerry Jones. Like a Jerry Jones.
What do you mean?
Just a voice from out of the locker room that says something about the team that actually carries weight.
Yeah, but Jerry's not getting the results either.
No, I'm just saying.
The players are going to always be the best enforcers of the rules.
But it's hard. It's hard as a coach to really like step onto your player's neck because you're coaching them at the same time. You can't always tell the truth.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
that's why it's got to come from one of the players.
But I would hope. But you are a young football team. That's the thing.
Okay, but
I would hope
you're either a leader or you're not. You got to step out and onto that branch and say, listen, this is baloney. This is BS. We can't be doing whatever the problem is.
Which guy would you point to?
Yeah,
that's the question.
Yeah.
I have a short list. Maybe we'll get into that. Yeah.
All right, let's get into that, and I'm going to need you to give me something other than your gut as to why the Eagles are going to go down on Sunday Night Football. Maybe it's that you're going to have all your pals there.
Oh,
Maybe there's going to be some good karma in the building. It's all coming
across
up.
the street.
Let's do it. Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason in Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
What perception that I put
You're crossing
myself.
over from producer to
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com. And remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
Children's Dental Fun Zone specializes in children's dentistry and orthodontics with state-of-the-art equipment and personal attention your children deserve. To book your child's next appointment, visit their website, cdfzone.com. That's cdfzone.com. Or call them at 800-717-KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
You never expect a game-ending double play, walk-off grand slam in the World Series, or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Travis with DeMarco and Evan Cohen.
Only one all-star team you can call to pinch hit for you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call this number, 213-747-2000.
Don't get struck out by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation that you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team hit it out of the park for you.
Hey, it's Sedano. LA is the home of champions, so celebrate like a champion with Tequila Mandala. Award-winning artisanal small batch premium sipping tequila. Our friends at Tequila Mandala turning tequila fans into Tequila Mandala fanatics. Made from the finest mature agaves to bring you the perfect sipping tequila, from their Blanco to their flawless year extra añejo. Up your game with Tequila Mandala and experience the best award-winning premium tequila. Available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit tequilamandala.com for more details.
Hey, it's Cappy. Get ready to smile every mile with Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Lease a brand new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Limited for just $284 a month for 36 months with $39.95 due at signing. And if you're looking to sell your car, they'll pay you cash for it on the spot. Ocean Subaru off the 91 freeway. Visit OceanSubaruOC.com.
Through credit through Subaru Motors Finance. Not all buyers of vehicles will qualify. Bid S37011188. MSRP $36,558. Lease for 36 months, 10 miles. Plus tax, title, and dock fee. Zero security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 11/20/2024.
collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on November 23rd and 24th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. SGC and PSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, November 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
When you're hiring for your business, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. This made us wonder, what if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
Escape rooms? Elementary. And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simple. So, see what the world is like when ZipRecruiter does the hard work of hiring for you. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
You're a man with a plan.
I know.
You'll propose to her on that family trip in front of everyone. Brilliant.
I know.
You know the trip is only a month away.
But I don't have a ring.
Luckily, there's GageDiamonds.com with engagement rings in every style for every budget with certified natural diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, and moissanite.
Can I finance it?
Gage lets you buy the ring today and pay for it over time with our no credit needed financing.
Brilliant.
Yes, we are. GageDiamonds.com. We're engagements. Middle name.
Exclusions apply. Shop Dell Technologies Black Friday event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Black Friday is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I think Dalton Knecht just knocked down another three-point shot.
Boom!
9. Rookie record, tied the rookie record. I did read something interesting about him that said the other guys that have also made 9 threes as a rookie did it late into the season, did it like February, March, like after they'd had basically a full year of NBA seasoning. This dude's knocking it down before we got to the 1st of December.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I'd
he's
rather
settling
have
it
him
fast.
shooting hot in February, though, wouldn't you?
I just want him to be hot, period. I just want him to be good.
But if I could pick a heat time of the year, then it would be like late after
April.
Christmas. Yeah,
April.
get hot then.
Give me April if we're going to pick it.
Yeah.
But no, just I was just getting at the point that he's only played last night. So they're 10-4. That was only his 14th NBA game.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's really fast.
Outside of LeBron and AD, is he the highest drafted guy on the team? At least by the Lakers
I'd
standards.
have to think.
Right?
No, D'Angelo. D'Angelo was picked second overall.
And Rui was also really early, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But you're talking about like picked by the Lakers?
Picked by the
Rui
Lakers.
got drafted by Washington.
That's what I mean. By the Lakers, he may be the...
D'Lo.
It has to be D'Lo.
That's D'Lo was in that string where they got like the second pick 3 or 4 years in a row. They had.
So when during the meeting, I said they messed around and found a real one, and you're about to get traded. I meant him. I meant D'Angelo. They found another player. They found their third guy, or at least it looks like it might be him.
And what it does is it lets D'Lo play with that second group where he looks a lot better.
Yeah,
and we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. There's a million games left and a lot of time to go. But Rui's going to come back. You're going to get and Knecht feels like he's going to stay in that starting lineup. I certainly would leave him.
I would
not
yank him out of the starting lineup. But
so,
I get it. You have to. Rui is a better wing defender. He's taller. He's 6'8", right?
Maybe even bigger than that. Maybe 6'10".
Taller. And I know Knecht is not that tall, so it depends on matchup. But it would be hard for me to take him out of the lineup.
Your depth, all of a sudden, which has been a real soft spot for the Lakers for a while now, that second unit has D'Lo, Jackson Hayes, Rui Hachimura. Okay, we're getting warmer. We're at least getting closer to some things.
I don't think you would
work.
lose a 10-point lead with those guys.
I don't either.
Yeah, I think you might actually add, depending on who you play.
Look, D'Angelo, this is why he's the most frustrating guy on the team.
Yeah.
If D'Angelo Russell scored 30 points on any given night, you're like, yeah, he's good.
But I don't need that.
No, I don't. But he's capable of doing it. And then you also have that night. Wait, D'Angelo Russell played 9 minutes because he wouldn't play any defense and took bad shots. Yeah, I get that too. You've got to find some sort of.
Here's your job description. I'm putting you in the game so I can rest the other guys and just don't lose the lead.
Yeah, he's not going to hear that.
That's all.
He's not going to hear that. Yeah, got it.
Just don't lose the lead until LeBron and AD are ready to come back in.
Yeah, what? You know what that? You know you know what his response is. He's not going to say it.
Watch
this.
You ain't seen my
fastball. Exactly right.
Wow.
Yeah, this guy's a first ball fastball hitter. Yeah, well, he ain't seen. Oh, okay. Great.
Announce your presence with what?
What?
Go ahead. Fastball inside.
Tell me why Saquon Barkley is not keeping you up at night.
Oh, he is. He's awesome. He is dynamic in the age of the devalued running back.
Mm-hmm.
He's a throwback. He's big. He's strong. He's fast. He can do it all. He can jump guys backwards. He can catch it. He can block. He's smart. I mean, he makes the New York Giants look inept because that guy should be with you. But I do say this about Philadelphia, and this is why I say the Rams have a good chance to beat Philly, and why I said they will beat Philly is, okay, so if you had to grade Kyron Williams at this point in the season, what would you give him?
B minus?
B minus, maybe A sometimes, right? If you take back the fumbles, possibly an A. Correct?
That's the only reason it's not an A.
Okay, I think there's a lot of meat left on the bone for him running the football.
Okay.
And I think the coaching staff knows that. I think he knows that. I think they've missed some opportunities. So they really
Because he's been not up for it, or because the O-line's been bad?
Football ain't that hard. The O-line's been in flux. It's going to affect the running back the most. But there's some stuff that they possibly have missed. There's some big runs they could have had. There's some blocks they could play. They could execute a little bit better. So they've been very, very close. And I think Sean McVay this week is about to put the screws to his football team and the offensive line. Coming out of that Monday meeting. That's why I said they're going to beat Philadelphia.
What does that mean? Like
beating Philadelphia?
No. Put the screws to his football team. What does that, like, in real practical terms, what does that mean?
Okay, how do I say this? Okay, when you've heard many coaches say this, especially in football. If there's something dumb that happens, stupid penalties, what have you, and he says this in the press conference, it's my fault, it will never happen again. What do you think's about to happen?
He's going to take him out if he does it again.
Or that next practice is going to be a you-know-what.
Okay.
Yeah, so whatever you thought was cool, showing up a little bit late, trotting out for a walkthrough, not being there when the coach is there, all that stuff is about to be...
We're cleaning that up.
Yeah, you're about to be held accountable for all this. We're starting over like it's camp in the middle of the season. And he's only talking about one group, the offense. So going back to the running game, if you get Kyron Williams going, you start running, and you start making Philadelphia chase the run and respect the run, then everything else flows off that. The play-action passing game, the stuff that Sean McVay brought to this offense from 2017 on, that stuff will start to happen again, and you'll move the football. So going back to Saquon, if you have a lead versus Saquon Barkley against the Philadelphia Eagles, Saquon Barkley is almost moot. Because they can't run the football like they like. They have to throw it to stay up, throw to keep up. If they have the lead in the third and fourth quarter and they're just banging on you with Saquon Barkley, you've got no shot. That's exactly what happened their last time out. They just wore Dallas out. He did. And then 2 big runs in the end zone, game over. So if you're behind by middle of the third or going into the fourth, you've got no shot to beat Philly. If you are ahead and they're chasing you, then it's just a ball game and Saquon can't hurt you. That's how you have to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, and that's what I see happening in SoFi.
They need to get off to a better start. Like the Rams for years were all right. You were excited to see what Sean McVay was going to do with those first couple of drives because it was 1st and 10, 2nd and 2, 1st and 10, 1st and 10, touchdown. They're just ripping off chunks, right? This year it's been 3 and out, punt it, go back out the second time. Maybe get a first down, maybe you don't, punt it away. Like their opening quarters have been really bad. And to your point about making sure that you don't fall behind and let them just wail away at you with Saquon Barkley, they're going to need to clean up that first quarter.
Credit. And New England, you saw it when they got going. Matthew Stafford threw 2 consecutive touchdown passes. 2 passes. You took it away. You threw 1 to Cooper. You took it away again, and then he threw a touchdown pass on his next possession. So it's there. And then you messed it up. Jared Verse messed it up, gave them the ball, gave them life, and it became a dogfight. But it was there. You're starting to get the machine rolling. Even in a situation where you really don't have a foundation of what you're doing and you're grasping at straws to find a game plan, it started to go, and then it stopped again. So I think this week might be the most intense week of practice they've had since he's been here.
Really?
That's what I'm saying. So I think that team that we're looking for will show up versus Philadelphia.
I'm going to throw one more thing in there.
Go ahead.
This would be the opportunity for them to kind of find their footing for the first time all year. It's been fits and starts. They got off to a terrible start, 1-4. Even when they went 4-1, the New England game was like, New England really stinks, and that was weird. The Raider game, the Raiders are awful, and that one went. The only one that went kind of according to plan, or at least it felt like to me, was the Minnesota game where they looked pretty sharp. This would be another one like, hey, they just beat a really good team that's on long rest, that the hard week of, like, okay, we've got it again. We've refound it, because it seems like every time they kind of, all right, we're back to 500, a chance to go on the right side. You got New Orleans waiting for you on the other. Like, this is the chance to find your footing, and we're at the end of November. It
no
has
doubt
to happen now.
And I'm not drinking Kool-Aid. I'm just talking in terms of Saquon beating you. You still got to deal with those receivers.
Yeah.
You still got to find a way to get Hurts down and keep him in the pocket. That's been an issue. So they have some advantages as well. But if that offense gets going and you're able to play, and I hate saying this because I know he beats it to death, if you're able to play complementary football, offense to defense and special teams, meaning if the defense takes it away, you score, you don't give it right back.
Such a weird season.
It is.
It's such a weird season.
But if you do that, you can beat Philadelphia. But if you don't, it could be ugly.
Well, you're talking about complementary football, right?
Yeah.
Like if Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, those guys start to cook, say, yeah, okay, I get it. They're really good. The defense has gotten better week to week to week. The defense, I have a pretty good amount of faith in at this point. And when you said the third part, special teams, I'm like, no, they got that fixed. And they're like, hey, wait, maybe not. Hey,
you blocked a field goal.
You missed a 27-yarder.
Field goal, place kicking has been an issue. But, I mean, the special teams is better. And it's not really a worry like it was last season.
It's better than last season, but last year was historically dreadful.
Right.
So
like
better than the worst ever feels not great.
But at least with Cardi, he's kicking at home in SoFi. It's not going to have the same elements that the Patriots game had.
True.
I don't think he's in his head.
I hope not.
Because it's funny.
But aren't kickers like goalies and relief pitchers? Like, once they kind of miss it, once they lose it, they lose it?
I don't think he's there. It doesn't look like he's second-guessing himself.
Okay,
yeah.
Good. Well, let's make that first kick to make sure. Factor Caps coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Upper left for me, DeMarco. Where's the sticker in your windshield telling you when you're due for service?
Upper left.
Upper left.
Yes.
Me too. So is your vehicle due for service? If it is, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Because at Valvoline, they've been taking care of us for over 30 years. Quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people like you and me. And oh, by the way, it's supposed to get a little rain. You're going to want to make sure that those windshield wipers are at their best, right? Oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care, and a whole bunch more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. You don't even have to get out of your car at Valvoline, right? You usually pull in and go, go sit over there and read 12-year-old magazines and look at a TV that you can't change the channel on. It's just that weird vibe. Not at Valvoline. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe and relaxed while the expert technicians go to work on your car. There are over 80 spots around Southern California, 80 locations ready to get your ride ready for the road in no time. So visit SoCalOilChange.com for one of those 80 locations and get yourself some game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN
Park Party
Los
Play at
Angeles.
Hollywood Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus game day tickets. Listen to your cue to call and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Park Party Play with me at Hollywood Park Casino. Must be 21 and older to enter.
Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Want to have more fun watching the NBA? Play Sleeper Picks. Download the Sleeper app today and pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats, points, rebounds, assists, and more. If you're right, you can win up to 100 times your cash. Sleeper has a special offer for NBA tip-off. Your first deposit will be matched 100% up to $1,500. Use code 710, and your first deposit up to $1,500 will be matched. That's code 710. Must be at least 18 years old. Promo code location and other restrictions apply. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and I want to talk about my friend Avner Gatt, a public adjuster. Now, many of you guys have asked me, why Avner Gatt? What makes his team so unique at handling insurance claims? So let me tell you something. I've been working with Avner and his team for a while. I can tell you this. Avner Gatt has a dynamic team that's highly effective and successful because these folks come from a very diverse background in the insurance industry. For example, some of them used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team. Yes, they actually chose to switch sides when they realized the effectiveness of Avner's team's work. Some of them used to be in the restoration business, rebuilding homes after disasters. Some of them used to be in the contents handling business, moving homeowners' belongings to a safe place for restoration and storage. Some of them were experts in hazardous materials handling, like asbestos and lead testing. That was their daily work. And some of them were members of law firms handling bad faith claims and general business disputes. You see, diversification is the name of the game. When you are represented by Avner Gatt's team, you have the entire team's experience and know-how by your side. No one, and I mean no one, messes with Avner Gatt and his team. So call Avner Gatt right now, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256. That's AvnerGatt.com, AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. When you call him directly, Avner Gatt and his family, they take the calls themselves. Avner Gatt says, hello.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on November 23rd and 24th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. SGC and PSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, November 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
FX's Grotesquerie.
This killer is someone who knows anatomy.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Detective, you have an entire family murdered.
Niecy Nash Betts.
The monster is out here!
Courtney B. Vance.
God knows what darkness we let in.
And Travis Kelsey.
There's no future after this.
FX's Grotesquerie. All new Wednesdays on FX. Stream on Hulu.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play, like Bear Dynasty interior paint, their most durable one-coat hide paint ever. From a team color statement wall to a fan cave, complete with a mural honoring Nick Saban's 17-year dynasty.
Hey, I like that idea.
Nothing beats Bear Dynasty interior paint. It's everything you need all in one can.
Defend your game time with Bear and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Valid only when tinted to colors from the Bear Dynasty and Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Color Collection.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap.
Right now. Take it away, producer Emily. Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks,
Aloha.
Joe.
¿Cómo está?
Yay, yay.
Do the listeners really like both me and Jorge talking over each other? Who cares?
Aloha.
And thanks, Joe. Good to see Joseph yesterday.
Yes,
he was awesome on Factor Cap. So
We're going to make it a habit, I think.
Yeah, a couple times.
Nice suit.
It was.
on my timeline, I've been seeing this clip from one of my favorite movies. Sorry, not movies, TV shows of all time. It's called Fleabag, and it's a great movie, a great show if you haven't seen it before. But at one point, her sister gets a atrocious haircut. Like haircut's like uneven, like she looks terrible, and she's crying on this bench. And the character's name is Fleabag. So Fleabag tries to go and talk to her and tear her up. And this is the interaction that happens.
Tell the truth.
It's horrendous.
It's horrendous.
It's modern.
Don't lie.
I'm not.
I look like a pencil.
You don't look like...
Don't laugh!
It's okay.
It's not okay. I'm going to lose my job.
Don't lose your job. It's cool.
It's not cool.
It's edgy.
Cough.
Oh, it's cheap.
It's unsalvageable.
Claire, it's French.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
All right, so if you like that, you'll like the show. But if your friend got a hilariously bad haircut, you would try to make them feel better. Travis, Patrick,
Cap. I would love it. I would lean into it. I would remind them of it. I would point it out constantly.
Oh, yeah.
This is how men express affection for one another, by making them feel bad about each other. This is what we do. If, you know, if I say good morning to you, that means that I really don't care. If I say what's up, dummy, that means I like you.
That means I love you.
What's up, bro? Yeah. No, I would love to look. Would make my day if you came in here and you weren't lined up right and it was sideways. I would love that.
You would love it.
Yeah.
Wow. It's funny when people say good morning. I'm like, how do you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
You never know. I'd like to say Cap, but no, I'm going to let you have it.
Yeah,
I've seen
of
guys
course.
that have bad haircuts or bad parts. Yeah, they cut. It's too thick. It's like 2 inches instead of like this little line. I'm like, you think that looks good? I guess it's okay. It's a new style. Yeah. I'd love to, but no, Cap. I'm gonna let you have it.
Jorge?
I remember one of my buddies wanted to get a lineup, right?
Yeah.
But he had a weird shape in the forehead, right?
Yeah.
But his lineup was kind of like higher.
Too high?
It was way too high, so we would go like, salute.
Oh.
Salute. So, yeah, you got to cap the guy.
You know who this brings up, right?
What is it?
LeBron.
Oh.
See?
Or you know, for Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it up here, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so...
Look, can I just a PSA, as a balding man, okay, I feel like I have the authority to offer this advice. When you're just lean into it, man.
Just let it go?
Just cut your hair short, lean into it.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? It's part of life.
So one of my barbers, one of my barbers back then, he would be like, hey, fool, like, you're getting gray hair. Like, how old are you? I'm like, 30-something. 32. He's like, dude, you got a lot of gray hair. I'm like, hey, fool, but at least I got mine. You lost yours. He's like, oh you got me.
Yeah. That's not nice.
So,
Imagine-
it's just that relationship with your barber, it's
Imagine
cool.
having both, Jorge.
Wow.
All right, so speaking of fibbing or bending the truth, so Walker Buehler was on Mookie Betts' podcast. I think they released it recently, but it was back from, they recorded it on the day of the parade. So keep that in mind. When you're listening to Walker Buehler talk, he has no voice. He might be, really relaxed. So this is Walker Buehler talking about, the leading up to him coming into relief in the ninth inning there against the Yankees. So this is Walker Buehler with Mookie Betts.
The ninth inning, so you're going out. You hadn't thrown a ball till you got down there. And
Oh, I lied to Mark, too. Mark called down. He said, what the are you doing down there? I said, I told y'all I'll be down here. He goes, have you thrown? I said, yeah, I'm fine. I haven't touched the ball. I turned to him and Joe, and I said, did that look crispy? They go, oh, yeah. I also told them I only came down there for the jog and to hang out with him and Joe.
Saw the game unfolding, and you were like, oh, shit, I may have to go in this game.
The first thing is, I said, what would 22 do? And 22 would be out there. And he was hurt and all that so I guess I had to do it, and that sucks. And oh, boo-hoo.
Oh, my God, that's hilarious.
All right, so obviously Walker Buehler, if we take this story as what happened, is that he was lying a little bit to, get himself in there, doing anything he could to get himself into that game because he knew he could do it. So my statement is, it's okay to lie sometimes. DeMarco, fight your cat.
Oh, my God. When it comes to winning and losing, you better, I guess. I guess you have to. So fact. And I'd say this. Is that the way he sounds all the time?
No.
I wish it was. Because that's exactly like I thought he would sound.
Well,
I want him to sound like that all the time.
I don't think it's super far off, but he sounds elevated.
Love
like
it.
he's enjoying
relaxed,
himself.
Love
Yes.
it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Can you play? Sure. Sometimes you have to. So
If you
yeah,
watch
fact.
the video, he's nearly horizontal.
That's
He's
what
like
I'm saying.
relaxed, very relaxed
Good
on
for
the couch.
him. He earned it.
Travis.
Yeah, everybody lies.
You got
and,
to.
And sometimes there's a difference between lying to spare somebody's feelings.
Yeah.
There's a difference between lying to try to get something done because you think it's good for the group. I feel fine. I'm ready to go.
Okay,
Of course.
yeah.
How's your arm feel? Awesome. Right? And then there's, were you out with her last night? No. That's a different sort of
Oh,
lie.
is this a
right?
real world sense or just sports?
No, this is
I'm saying it's okay to lie sometimes
Fact.
in life in general.
fact. Of course.
Okay. Oh, that's a hard one.
In
Sports,
general.
facts.
Yeah.
Life? Come on.
Yeah.
Just tell it how it is.
How do I look in this shirt?
Great.
That's a good point.
Great.
It's
Depends on
French.
who's asking.
It looks great.
Depends on who's
right,
asking.
but that's what I mean. Sometimes it's okay to lie.
use that.
Hey, do
Okay.
you think I look nice in this dress? Absolutely.
Answer's always yes.
Yeah, you look great. You know what the answer is?
What?
You look great in everything you wear.
Wow.
You say, "Hey,
Knowledge.
I have an issue with my kids," instead of not to not go to an event, even though you
Yes.
just don't want to go to the event.
Okay,
Yes.
let me take a dinner party, somebody's house,
Uh-huh.
and they made it, spend hours on it.
Yep.
You ever had pho?
I have.
Okay,
Oh,
takes
delicious.
forever to make, right?
does, yeah.
Okay, so proud of it, hands you a bowl.
Yeah.
They watch you spoon some into your face, and they go, "Isn't that good?" And you want to say, "No."
Yeah. It tastes great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Not my
Yeah,
jam.
how did you make it?
Right. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I've
need
never
you.
tasted something like this.
Okay.
How'd you make this?
Bro, he said he spent hours on this, and I'm like, I didn't like it from bite
You
one.
gotta eat it anyway.
I did. I
You
ate 2
have to.
bowls.
You
I did
gotta
it.
eat
Okay.
You gotta
Corey,
eat
what do
it.
you think?
Jerry said that's what you told him about the tamales.
Those were actually good. And by the way, you let me down today by not bringing any.
No, you lie all the time.
Yeah?
Me on the weekends for parties, family parties.
What do you lie about?
The Lakers play. The Rams
Oh,
play.
okay.
And it's true. You know, like you guys turn on the TV and there's sports. I gotta be at work.
Yeah,
Oh,
Rams
I have
play
to
tomorrow.
Got it. Or I have to be at work, so I have to leave,
That's
or
what
I have
I'm
to
saying.
watch the game.
But no, like you have to come to the party, but I don't.
Oh,
show up
you can't
because
go 'cause
I have work.
Okay.
I think all your friends are great.
And then in sports, it cost me. Yeah, exactly. And then in sports, it cost me. I was 17. I was cramping up. They asked me, "Are you still good to go? We're going to overtime." I was like, "Yeah, I'm good to go." I'm cramping, and then I broke my leg within those 15 minutes of extra time.
Oh man.
I should have lied.
Gross.
I should have been for real and be like, "Hey, take me out."
The sports setting, you better
Oh,
lie.
yeah.
You better be lying.
By the way, you just in that Walker Buehler cut, you
Yeah.
can tell that they need him or someone similar to him that is just, I'm going to do whatever it takes, and they're filterless and raw and not as buttoned up as the majority of the guys in that locker room.
I was going to ask you to decipher that because I couldn't get beyond the cowboyness of
Yeah.
his speech, but he said he went down there on his own.
Yeah, so we'll get into it because there are some things that sometimes you can kind of just take the bull by the horns, and then there's sometimes it's just he's a different sort of guy.
That's intriguing to me, yeah.
We'll do that next. Don't forget, Factor Cap, of course, is brought to you by Normand, the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. You got a lot of choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. Call 213-747-2000. That's the law offices of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000. And, of course, you can go online at normandlegal.com. We'll decipher what Walker Buehler said. And, by the way, Dodgers have some free agents. They met with Juan Soto yesterday, and that's not going to happen. So where do you go from here? That's coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Miss the good old days when everything was more affordable? Well, Kia of Carson is bringing them back. Black Friday deals are here all month long. This is your chance to save thousands on the exciting Kia lineup, including the new EV, hybrid, and plug-in models. Or you can enjoy deals on classics like the rugged Telluride, the sporty K5, and the all-new K4 sedan. Whatever you need, Kia of Carson most likely will have it in stock as one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country. Head over now or online at KiaofCarson.com. Hurry in for best selection.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on November 23rd and 24th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. SGC and PSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, November 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards scoring courtside seats for your favorite team. Progressive cannot guarantee that you can score courtside seats. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but courtside seats can be astronomical. Maybe if your team plays in a smaller market, you could swing it. Even still, it's unlikely. Maybe fourth row, which are still incredible seats that you'll enjoy greatly. Savings possible. Courtside, long shot. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Progressive cannot guarantee that someone really tall will not sit in front of you at the game, rendering your excellent seats just okay.
Okay, everyone, what did you think of the chocolate bar?
It's too chewy.
Feels kind of chalky.
Too much nougat.
I need to go brush my teeth.
Business is booming for Steph's small marketing research firm.
After all these focus groups, there's only one conclusion. I need more researchers.
And she's way too busy researching.
Does this have peanuts?
To waste time researching resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Rivalry Week here on 710 ESPN. SC UCLA coming up on Saturday and on Saturday afternoon from 3:30 to 5:30 in Pasadena. A special edition local pregame show. Morales and Bergman will be hosting the USC Coors Light 710 pregame show, a live broadcast from Rocco's in Pasadena, 44 West Green Street. Come and get ready for the SC UCLA game with them, and you can win tickets to the game at the Rose Bowl, or you can win SC Notre Dame tickets as well. Special thanks to Coors Light. Drink responsibly and choose chill. We will see you Saturday at Rocco's in Pasadena. How different is I played college sports, but we didn't have a traditional rival in the sense it was Cal playing whatever. We didn't have one, right? We had to have our conference, and conference games are different than non-conference games, but it wasn't like SC, UCLA. It wasn't like the Apple Cup that you played in a bunch of times. How different is it? Just the level
Rivalry
of intensity?
Games?
Yeah.
They're big, and I was kind of what do you call that? Baptized into both.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not from the Northwest, but when I became a Husky, I hate Cougs. It was just from day one.
Is it still the Cougs, or have the Ducks kind of supplanted them?
It's always going to be a rivalry with the Ducks, but our rival is Washington State.
Okay.
It's an in-state deal. So and. Even the captains and leaders. I'm a true freshman. I'm 18 years old. I don't know. So the captains, they joke around, they have fun. But when it became Wazoo Week, they got serious. So things changed. We're not joking anymore. I thought we can mess around. Nope, this is Wazoo Week. This is the Cougs. We got to play hard. So I learned from there. This is different. And then you play them, and you realize why you hate them. And then you play them there, and then you start to hate them on your own. Yeah, you start to hate. Now I see. Like I told you, when we lined up to go out to play Washington State in the Palouse, they threw everything on us that related to a dog. It started with dog bones, then it went to dog pee, then it went to a dead dog they scraped off the road. Like, you guys are taking this way too far.
Yeah,
so
awful.
You go from learning about the rivalry to in it. Same thing with San Fran. When I got to the Rams, and, I'm a Bay Area kid. I used to kind of like the 49ers. Now I'm getting ready to play them. I'm psyched up. Jackie Slater was like, no, this is not the week we mess around.
Yeah.
This is not fun time.
Same in the pros.
Same in the pros. Like, this team, this group, we have disdain for, and it predates you. You're on our side now.
Yeah.
Get in the fight. And then I saw why. I get it. They look down on us. They still look down on us, Jorge. Yes. So I get it. And you understand it, then you live it, then you become it.
I got to dork out for a second here because my favorite thing of the SC, I didn't go to SC or UCLA. My grandparents are SC alumni. My grandfather was involved with the USC football program and was a diehard Trojan football fan. So I kind of lean towards that side of the rivalry, but I don't have skin in the game. My favorite thing about that game is that they both wear their home uniforms when they play each other.
Love it.
It is so great to see SC, those Cardinal jerseys at SC, and those powder blues at UCLA on the same field at the same time. Terrific.
The pageantry is unbelievable.
It really
is.
And
it's almost
really
always in
is.
the sun.
It's the weather. Yes.
That's the thing.
The weather's almost always. This one's going to be at night, so it's going to be a night game. But just those two uniforms on the field at the same time. And I know that neither one of the teams are very good this year.
Yeah.
But it's always. And the game's usually pretty fun because, like, for instance, this year, UCLA does not have as good of players as SC. They have kind of the same record, but UCLA should not be able to hang. They'll hang.
You know,
they'll hang.
Okay, I'm kind of low-key rooting for the Bruins.
How come?
I'm rooting for Deshaun.
Okay.
I'm rooting for Foster to win this game. But I think it means more to him if UCLA beats USC than the other way. Because I think his seat, we haven't even talked about it, but his seat is way hotter than Lincoln Riley's.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, my God.
We're
Come
in
on.
LA?
He's still looked at as an interim, like a bridge coach, until you find the real guy.
I agree with that.
Lincoln Riley's not going anywhere.
Well, I agree with you that he's looked at as he's not Mr. Right. He's Mr. Right now. You know what I mean? Like he's here. But I think that the amount of care at UCLA in football is damn near zero. So there's not a lot of pressure on him because I don't think they expected to win anything. I think they just kind of went into the season like you said, like just all right, let's just play the season. We'll figure it out.
See
from
what happens.
There.
We're in LA.
So I think by UCLA standards, what I thought they were going to be and what they are, they've had a good year.
Yeah,
like they've won some games in the Big Ten. They've been far more competitive than I thought they would.
But if he wins, you may say, okay, then maybe we'll look more towards giving you the job permanently.
Maybe.
If Lincoln Riley loses, who cares? He's going to be back next year.
He's going to be back next year. I agree with you but that would be terribly embarrassing for us.
Of course, but it won't cost him his job.
It won't cost him his job.
It won't cost him a dime.
But it will cost him whatever sort of credibility he has left. It will cost him that. Whatever sort of ability he has to try to get things done that he wants to get done, it will cost him his recruits. It will cost him everything but his job. And the only reason it won't cost him his job is because he's too expensive.
That's what
to
I mean.
get rid of.
It will hasten, I guess, the inevitable if he loses.
Yeah.
Like at some point, he's going to be gone.
And they still need one more win to be bowl eligible.
Right. This is another marker, another signpost that okay, we're going to. He's not the guy, but Deshaun Foster is a guy that. Like we said, we think he's here 2 years at the most anyway.
Yeah.
So if you beat SC, you may get more love on the end.
They might not have a football program before too long.
UCLA not playing ball.
I know it
so
sounds weird. They don't have look. What have we talked about a million times when it comes to college football?
They don't pay. Oh, sorry.
No. Yes, that's exactly right.
They don't pay.
They don't have an NIL program to speak of.
Yes. Remember Ken Norton Jr.?
Of course.
Okay, so I've known him forever. He was my brother's teammate, and he was at SC, and I'm watching him go through SC. He's having fun, and I'm like, aren't you a Bruin? And he does this, the Manziel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
They pay here.
Yeah.
They don't pay there.
And SC, look, they're not having a good year, but they have an NIL program.
Yeah.
Crazy. You know, look at the teams that we're talking about: Ole Miss and Alabama and Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, for goodness sakes. You know, UW.
They got money.
There's
UCLA, you can't tell me the Bruins don't have money somewhere, and they don't have alumni that have money.
No, they do have alumni that have money, and I'm sure that there is money available for certain things. They've chosen not to spend money on this. It's not a we don't have it. It's a we choose not to spend it on that. And
okay, there was a time when they were the toast of Southern California, right? When Donahue was here and they were running the table.
40 years ago.
Is that 40 years? Did you say 40 years?
40 years ago.
I refuse.
No. 40. If your argument is Terry Donahue had him cooking, it's 40 years ago.
But the argument holds. At one point they did. It was just a long time ago.
At one point they took trains to the game in South Bend, Indiana.
And all roads led to Rome. Yeah, at one point.
Oh, yeah. All right, so Walker Buehler did what only a handful of guys can do. He can basically just, I'm Walker, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to do whatever I want. You're not going to stop me. I'm going to tell you lies.
I'm going to the bullpen.
For instance, let me pick another starter in that situation. I don't know if, like Yamamoto, I don't even think would go down there without the explicit permission and understanding of what was about to happen next.
Yeah.
Right? That Walker Buehler is, I'm going. Stop me. If you want to stop me, you're going to have to fight me at the gate. Like, I'm
so
going down
that can happen
there.
in baseball.
Sure.
Okay, so that goes back to our other argument or discussion point about Shohei Ohtani.
Mm-hmm.
If he wants to pitch, who's going to stop him?
Nobody.
Okay. Walker Buehler just proved that.
Yeah, no, and Buehler was one of now. I don't have to put you in the game.
Right.
You can't come in the game until I call your name and you come out. But I can go down to the bullpen. I can get warm. You can't stop me from doing that.
I think Shohei can actually sub a pitcher if he wanted to.
just walk out onto the
ball.
field. Hey, Trinan, you're done. I'm next.
Give me the ball.
Yeah. Maybe. Look, I think it's a coin flip whether or not Walker Buehler's back. I think somebody may give him a big deal. I don't think the Dodgers are terribly anxious to
How
do
old
that.
is he again?
He's probably 28 or so.
Oh, he's still young. Okay.
Well, he's at the end of young. He's at the very end of young.
Well, he's not super old.
No,
Anything with a 2 is good.
Not when you've had your arm rebuilt twice.
Well, that's the other thing. I just want who would pay him big money.
The age isn't as much of a deal as the miles on the arm.
This says 30. He's 30.
Okay, so there you go.
Okay.
So even that is not old or young. It's the 2 arm surgeries. It's that he really didn't find his groove until right towards the end of the season, which he did.
Yeah.
But his energy or his mojo or vibe or whatever, they need some of that because the rest of those guys pretty buttoned up. They're pretty corporate. They're pretty chill. They don't have a guy that's F-bombing in interviews, Kike aside. They don't have a guy that's screaming and yelling and covered in they need a little guy. They need a guy that's kind of a I don't give a damn sort of guy. I'm going to let it rip.
I mean, or they needed. He was the right man for the job. I mean, you may not have the same injury situation that you had with the starting pitching going into next season.
I think
may
that's
be
here to stay.
I know, but it may be smooth sailing, and you don't need that. But who
definitely won't be that.
Who would overpay? That's what I'm saying.
There's always somebody. Like Scott Boras says, it only takes one team.
That's true.
Well,
he's 30.
It only takes one team, and the Angels exist.
Yes. And he's a Kentucky 30. That's a different sort of 30.
Well,
it's a tough 30.
He's a 2-arm surgery 30.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the idea of, do you shuffle the deck and just always try to get better, or do you run it back when you have a team that was a World Series championship team? That's coming up, but not before we do our NFL picks against the spread. We're doing it a day early, DeMarco, because of reasons. That's coming up next. Strav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
With an ice cold Stella Rosa in hand. That's right, Stella Rosa is giving you the chance to win 2 tickets, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. So what are you waiting for? Head to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter today, courtesy of Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on November 23rd and 24th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. SGC and PSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, November 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
when pain keeps you from doing what you love. Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bust blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino, located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Geiger 004527. Geiger 003871.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
For reasons. That's right.
The reasons.
We are doing our picks today.
Yeah.
Because you, my friend, have a day off tomorrow, and then we're going to be on the road at Legends Addict on Friday. So today is the day we're doing our picks.
We're recording a special Between the Horns.
Yes.
At SoFi or from SoFi.
That's awesome.
I think there might be some special guest drop-ins from the 99 team. I think so. I'm not sure yet. They haven't told me.
I can't wait.
Me
I can't
either.
wait.
It's going to be fun.
I'm looking forward to you coming back here and telling us all the stories. But it also means we move up our picks a day. Emily, you're batting leadoff today. Here are the standings as we head into Week 12 of the NFL season. I am still in last, but I've had 2 good weeks in a row, so
Nice.
I'm trending in the right direction. I have 42 points. Jorge and DeMarco, you are tied for second at 53, and Emily has opened up a little bit of a lead at 59. So she has a 6-point lead on her closest pursuers.
We're in the hunt. Okay.
Em, you're going first. All 4 of these games have home underdogs. All 4 home dogs. Rams hosting the Eagles. The Rams are 3-point home dogs. What do you got?
This is very difficult. This is extremely difficult. I feel like this game screams overtime to me. And I'm going to go, though, with the Rams at my 1. I think the Rams win in overtime. They've lost, twice in overtime this year?
They won in Seattle. They lost in Detroit.
So they split it. So anyways,
Yeah.
I think it's overtime, but Rams win.
You're taking them as your 1.
As a 1.
Okay, so we're 6 points. Oh, that's good.
Jorge,
Okay.
what do you got?
Give
Maneuvering.
me the Eagles as my 3. I'm very confident.
You're
Eagles
smart. See?
at 3.
Yep.
I'm up next. I'm going to take the Rams at 1 as well.
At 1?
I think this is a really close game. I'll take the Rams and the points, but this could go either way. I don't feel terrific about it. What do you
Jorge,
got?
I think we're on the same page.
Oh.
We're playing the game and the game, right? We need points here. So
Yeah,
I'm
we're
going
tied.
Rams as my 3.
Rams at
There's got to
3.
be a 4 on there, but I'm going to take the Rams as my 3.
All right. Jorge, you're next. We go to the other game that's also here in Los Angeles, also a 3-point spread. The Chargers are 3-point dogs at home against the Baltimore Ravens. Jorge, what do you got?
Give me the Ravens at 2.
Ravens at 2. Baltimore at 2. I also am going to take the Ravens. I think this is a course correction for the Chargers. I think this is where they get a bit of a reality check. This is the best team that they've played most of the year. I'm going to take the Ravens all the way at the top with number 4.
Can we skip the order for 1 minute?
Sure.
Go ahead. Somebody else go.
Oh,
Yeah, just for 1 second.
Emily, what do you got?
All right, so I am going to. I was looking at something too really quick, so I thought DeMarco was going to go first.
Cheat codes. The cheat
But
codes.
I think I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Okay.
Because the Ravens against really good defenses haven't necessarily measured up. They played the Steelers last week. Really tough team, really tough defense, and the Ravens stalled out in terms of their offense. The Chargers are really good defense. They're keeping every team nearly to under 20. Last week was the first time they allowed a team to get over 20 points in a game. I think that they can match the Ravens. If they can control them to under 30, I think the Chargers can match. I'm going to take the Chargers at the 2.
Chargers at 2. DeMarco, no more ducking it. What do you got?
My gosh. I'm going to go with the Ravens as my 2. I'm looking at Lamar on the road. He's killed it on the road up until Pittsburgh. Lowest passer rating of the season on the road, but I think that was just at Pittsburgh.
Emily can run away and hide with this one. If the Chargers hit, she's the only one on the Chargers. This could be a big one for her.
Okay. What did I say? Baltimore at 2?
You said Baltimore 2.
At 2. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm first on this next one. Denver on the road in Las Vegas, taking on the Raiders. The Raiders are getting 5.5.
Oh, yeah.
This is a weird one because the Raiders are awful. They really are a bad team. Bo Nix is getting better week to week. He
Slowly.
looks pretty good.
Yeah.
The Broncos in particular have been good against bad teams. So I'm going to take the Broncos. 5.5 seems like a lot. The Raiders have to win a game before too long. It's been a long time since they've kind of shown up, but I don't love Denver, so I'm going to put them at the 2. DeMarco.
I'll go Denver as my 4.
Denver at 4.
Yeah. Yeah, Denver as my 4. Bo Nix has played pretty well all season long, but really like the last 5 weeks, he has been money and doesn't turn the ball over a ton.
That's it, right? He's a Sean Payton guy. Like, I will do what I'm being told. I'm not going to take a bunch of chances, and I'm not going to throw it to the wrong team.
He's a robot. I like it. I'll take Denver as my 4.
Ugh, boo. I'm going to take Denver at my 4, too. But now that you guys are on the same thing, I feel less confident about it. But, yeah, Broncos at 4.
Jorge, you got a chance.
Yeah, I'm going with same.
Yeah.
The Raiders suck.
Denver 4?
Denver 4, yeah.
All right,
Really
so because I have Denver at 2, now I really want the Raiders to show up because I'll pick up 2 points on the field.
But I'm protected. So.
I know you're all right, but I can gain on these 2 guys, and I don't have to wear my costume to the thing. Last game.
15.
Let's see. DeMarco, you are picking first on the last game here. The only college game on the board.
Yeah.
Trojans in Pasadena to take on the Bruins at the Rose Bowl. 4.5 points. USC is the favorite.
I will not talk out of both sides of my mouth. I said I'm rooting for Deshaun Foster and the Bruins, and I will take the Bruins as my 1.
Yes, you are 1.
Yes.
Emily.
I am a little worried about the new quarterback bounce with USC winning their game last week against Nebraska, and they all have the flu. So
yeah, I saw that.
That is not necessarily a good thing for USC. I feel like everything's against USC, though I'm going to take them at my 3.
Jorge.
USC at my 1. Why? Swag system. That's it. That's why. Scientific wild ass guess.
Oh, there you go.
That's what swag
I've
system
never heard that.
Never heard wags?
I've never
Swag.
heard swag. Scientific wild ass guess.
And there's an egg. You know what an egg is? Educated guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought I had it, Coach.
What's the second G?
Oh, well, just wild ass guess. Just an educated guess. An egg.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Egg. I want SC. Just kind of because they have to, right? UCLA, although 4.5 is. USC has never really kind of knocked anybody out. All of their games seem to have been kind of close, minus the Utah State one. So I could be bummed out in that one. I'm just trying to get out of the last spot. And DeMarco, you seem to be my best opportunity for that. So I had to go opposite you.
Okay.
There's our pick. So again, I'm in last. DeMarco and Jorge are tied for second. Emily's got a 6-point lead on those guys, but we're getting short. We got week 12. We're running out a little bit of time.
This could be passing day, passing week. I like this one. Yeah.
We got a little bit of different. Baltimore's as a unanimous one, except for M, so she could pick up some spots there. But if she misses, we could make up some ground on her.
Denver's a big 4 for me. Yeah.
As we mentioned, it is Rivalry Week on 710 ESPN, and on Saturday afternoon from 3:30 to 5:30 in Pasadena, it is a special edition local pregame show. Morales and Corporate Greg will host the USC Coors Light 710 pregame show, a live broadcast from Rocco's in Pasadena, 44 West Green Street. Come get ready for SC and UCLA with them, and you can win tickets to the game at the Rose Bowl or SC Notre Dame tickets. That's right around the corner as well. Special thanks to Barry'sTickets.com. The better seats, cheaper prices. Check out Morales' boy, Barry. At Barry'sTickets.com, and they will see you Saturday at Rocco's in Pasadena.
Do you have a friend named Barry? I don't have a Barry in my life.
I have a Barry in my life.
Do you have a Barry in your life? Oh, it's Barry short for something? Or just Barry's
Bartholomew, maybe?
Bartholomew, okay.
I don't.
The only Barry in my life was Barry White. That's
who
it.
used to go by Barry for a period of time?
Who?
Barack Obama.
Barry?
I believe Michelle Obama calls him Barry.
Barry. Okay. I don't have a Barry. I don't have anybody to call Barry.
I had a
Bartholomew, Barton, Barrington, Barkley.
Bartholomew. That's a cool name. Yeah. That's a stout defensive name.
I had a guy that I played golf with for a while named Barry who,
No? Okay. All right.
I only have people with the last name Barry as either an A or an E. But I know several people in my life that are the Barrys.
Some Barrys with the last name, but not a first name guy.
Matthew Barry.
Okay, there you go. That's the last name, though. Play a game with me. Lakers' rival is?
Celtics.
SC's rival is?
They're one of the few, I think, that you honestly can have two good answers.
Okay,
it's
main
SC
rival.
and Notre Dame.
SC, main rival here in Southern California.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
I think it's Notre Dame.
Okay, but UCLA.
Okay.
That's fair, right?
Sure.
Okay. Kings.
The Los Angeles Kings?
Yes. Right. I didn't know that. Rams, Niners, easy.
Yeah.
SC, UCLA, easy. Lakers, and who else?
So the Kings...
Boston,
yeah, easy.
There are three answers for the Kings, and somebody that is a bigger Kings fan than me may be able to put their finger on this.
Jerry says Chicago.
Chicago is one
Chicago's their
because
rival?
they competed for the Stanley Cup. They knocked it back and forth 5 times in 5 years, right? That whoever won that series in the Western Conference went on to win the Cup.
I didn't know that.
So that's that. The other one that historically they've really struggled with, and there were some great moments for the Kings, is Edmonton. Right? Edmonton's knocked them out of the playoffs.
Is that their rival or a team they struggled? Because
I think
the
it's
Blackhawks
both.
are actually the Blues' rival.
Right. Well, it can be different for different teams.
Yeah,
And then the other one, just on geography, is the Ducks, but they've only played in the playoffs once.
Okay.
So you got to run into each other in the playoffs to be
FC
a
and the
team.
Galaxy, rivals, right? Okay. I don't know who the Kings' actual rival is,
But
natural
also
rival.
FC and the Sounders, apparently. Cause
That's a new one?
that's
Okay.
good for yeah.
I didn't know. I never knew. I got stumped. I'm like, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
I'm not a Kings fan.
Yeah.
Like, that's not my team, so I can't really say. I can tell you this, as a Ducks fan, it's definitely the Kings. It's definitely
well, there
the
it
Kings.
is then.
But no, I don't think the Kings feel about the Ducks. It's like it's like a Laker Clipper thing.
Oh,
the
okay.
Lakers look at the Clippers like, yeah, you guys are cute. The Lakers rivalry is the Celtics.
Yes.
The
Okay.
Celtics are the Portland Trailblazers. Who cares, right?
Okay.
And I think that might be how the Kings feel about it. But Ducks, it's the Kings.
We need to explore this to find out who the actual real rival of the Kings are.
I'm going
Who do you
Edmonton.
hate the most?
Edmonton or Chicago.
You think so?
Yeah,
okay.
it's
yeah,
one of those two.
Okay.
One of those two. Run it back or try to get better? That's the question that the Dodgers have to ask themselves. That's coming up. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. DeMarco and I are going to be out in Glendora. We're going to get to see our pals at Legends Attic, and those are the very same guys that are at Rotolo Chevrolet. We're talking about Mike Capozio. We're talking about Eddie Alizade. These are the guys that make sure that when you go on the lot at Rotolo Chevrolet, that you have the customer service experience of a lifetime, that you get exactly the right car or truck. I've been driving their Silverados for years. We've bought cars from Rotolo Chevrolet. And it's the best experience ever because it's transparent, it's courteous, it's upfront. You feel great about it. And that's why they win Dealer of the year after year after year. It is their mission to make you feel like the most important person on that lot because to them, that's exactly what you are. So if you've been thinking about a Silverado, if you've been thinking about a Chevy car truck, get yourself out to Rotolo Chevrolet. I feel great about telling you guys to go there because they're going to take great care of you. Right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You can't miss it. A sea of Silverados. And if maybe Fontana's not right around the corner for you, go online. Rotolo, Rotolo Chevrolet, and tell them that Travis sent you.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason in Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
What
perception? Perception that I put
You're crossing
myself-
over from
They're crossing
producer
over.
to talent.
Yeah, but I mean, Brian, Laura, we're all talent at this
Yeah,
place.
you're right.
Everybody is.
But
Everybody's
he is
talent.
leading a show, and I'm like, I am
Wait a
okay
minute,
with that.
I'm
and
leading this show. This is my show.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason in Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Miss the good old days when everything was more affordable? Well, Kia of Carson is bringing them back. Black Friday deals are here all month long. This is your chance to save thousands on the exciting Kia lineup, including the new EV, hybrid, and plug-in models. Or you can enjoy deals on classics like the rugged Telluride, the sporty K5, and the all-new K4 sedan. Whatever you need, Kia of Carson most likely will have it in stock as one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country. Head over now or online at KiaofCarson.com. Hurry in for best selection.
Trojan fans, want to go to the USC-UCLA rivalry game at the Rose Bowl? Just grab an icy cold Coors Light and visit CoorsLight.com/college football. Enter the keyword SCORE, and you got a shot to win your tickets to the game. It's all thanks to our great friends at Coors Light, the official beer of college football and proud partner of the USC Trojans on ESPN LA.
No purchase necessary. Starts 8/1/24. Ends 1/21/25 at 11:59 p.m. CT. Must be legal residents of 50 USDC, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. Use keyword to get entries for keyword prizes. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/college football for entry instructions, keywords, odds, prizes, and restrictions. Sponsor Molson Coors Beverage Company, USA, LLC. 250 South Wacker Drive, Chicago, Illinois, USA, 60606.
Accident
For injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on November 23rd and 24th.
Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards.
Plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books.
SGC and PSA will be there.
So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center. Saturday and Sunday, November 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com.
That's frontrowcardshow.com.
Score a win with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup options. Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations that are near you. Choose an Amazon locker or counter. Whether you're hustling between home, work, or your usual game day spots, grab your packages on your schedule. Amazon Pickup is the worry-free option for the times when home delivery isn't ideal. To find your nearest Amazon Pickup location, go to amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
ABC Wednesdays.
Y'all can play all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want razors, too.
I'm still waiting on the paper towels. Abbott Elementary returns with the new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there? Taking bribes? Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary, Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I still feel at times that I haven't earned your trust.
Why? Why would you?
Because
what do you mean?
Just let Morales get you again.
No. Well, look.
I've been telling you, don't listen to him.
I told you I'm easily startled. And for having a sports conversation, I assume...
He did that thing where he baited the hook, and he threw it in the water, and he slowly started reeling it, and you went, wham!
We were talking football and sports
That's
and
how
the
he does
Rams
it.
and the Eagles, and
That's how he does it.
Got me over my skis again and uppercut right to the chin.
Just telling you. One of these days you're going to realize that I don't know everything, but I know some things. And that's one of the things.
So just not talk to the guy?
No. But the second he does his thing, just go, yep, okay, cool.
But I don't know when it's coming.
But you don't that's the end of it. Yep, okay, cool.
Okay, I've seen you. I've known you for forever. And you made me jump out of my shoes coming out of the bathroom.
Yeah, but he didn't
That's just how
startle
I am.
you. It's
the same thing.
Well,
I just walk into stuff.
Okay, that may be true.
Right.
That may be true.
Yes.
What do you got, him?
All right, so we got two tweets of people in this discussion about who's the Kings' rival. So we got Bob, who says the Kings is the Sharks. So that's a new one.
That's
See that.
in state.
Another one from Matt S. Matt S. says, as a Kings fan, I would say Edmonton or Vegas currently. But when they are good, it's easily the Sharks and then the Ducks. The Kings have played the Sharks at least 4 times in the playoffs, and it's an L.A. Bay Area rivalry.
First of all, your rival can't be your most recent rival. That's the anti-definition of rival. The rival is the team that, whether they're good or you're bad or they're bad, that's the most important game that you're going to play. Right. That the one that hits you in your feels.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not just that. And here's how I know that it's Edmonton. Because G-Fish told me so.
Oh, my God. I got to meet this guy, this oracle, G-Fish.
G-Fish is a huge Kings fan.
But I knew it could not have been the Blackhawks. Because I have thrown hands in the name of the Blues with Blackhawks fans.
But the Blackhawks rival can be the Blues. It doesn't have to be the Kings. It doesn't have to be a two-way street.
But I've gone up to Chicago like a hooligan to start trouble, and they've come down, and
for the Dodgers, the Giants?
Giants.
But as of recent, San Diego, right?
But it's just... If the qualifier is recently it's blank, then it's not them.
Right.
If we fast forward 50 years and the Dodgers and the Giants, or the Dodgers and the Padres have gone back and forth, 25 times, then sure, the Padres will have leaped ahead. It's the Giants and Dodgers have hated each other for 100 years.
That's the rivalry.
Ravens and Steelers.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then also
before the Ravens, who was it?
I don't know. Didn't exist.
They were the Browns.
Me.
They were always in. I guess it was the Browns.
Yeah,
the Browns.
Do
and
you
the
know
Steelers.
who was the Steelers? You know, they always ran into each other. Who did the Steelers?
Raiders?
Yes.
Raiders and
The
Steelers were
Steelers
always
and
a big
Raiders
fight. Yeah,
was
big fight.
War.
But
Raiders,
the Ravens have been in my life since I've been a football fan.
Yeah.
So as far as Emily's Steeler knowledge, it's been the Ravens. And for
I'll have to
Virginia,
check
it's always
with
Virginia
G-Fish
Tech.
to see who your
Raiders
rivalry
and
should be.
Broncos.
Yeah.
Raiders
and the
and
Chiefs,
Broncos and the Chiefs
and the Chargers.
Raiders
the
and
Chargers is clearly the Raiders.
Yes,
Clearly
Raiders
the-
versus everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7. Tune in all this week to our show to win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino, which includes this Sunday's tailgate party passes at the casino. I see it every single Sunday. And game day tickets at SoFi. So listen for your cue to call 877-710-ESPN and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack. Hollywood Park Casino. Park Party and Play must be 21 and older to enter. Taking beer off the table. Okay, can't pick beer.
Dang.
Okay, number one thing at a tailgate party, you got to have it.
At a tailgate party?
Yeah. At the event, like not where
A
you're having
porta
people.
potty.
Great answer, by the way.
A porta potty.
Great answer.
A nice, clean porta potty and my own roll of toilet paper.
Well, that's
just in case.
So we do the Rose Bowl every year.
Yes.
Right? You've heard me say this.
Yes.
My family goes every year. 2 rolls of toilet paper go in the bag with all the other stuff
Amen.
because you got to have it. But unless you hit that porta potty at 5:30 in the morning, it ain't nice and clean.
Oh, I'm not. No. I said my own personal private
Oh, you
porta
want
potty.
you just want to hook it up to the back of your truck?
Or make friends with the next Winnebago. Them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
see,
not a
let's
bad
hook
way to
up.
do
You
it.
can have some of this. Let me use that over there. Yes.
So we running it back with the Dodgers. So here, and basically by running it back, you can give Teoscar a deal, you give Bueller a deal, give Kike a deal, give Blake Trinan a deal.
This is so funny, not having to worry about money, but go ahead.
And well, there's no cap, and the Dodgers
That's what I
have
mean,
more
not
than
having
enough
to
money.
worry about paying people, but go ahead.
Or do you look around and say, you know what, I just want to try the goal. What's the old line? Nobody stays the same. You're either getting better or you're getting worse.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Would they not be better with Willie Adames at shortstop? Would they not be better to go get Corbin Burns or Max Fried or some of these other high dollar free agents that are in a vacuum at least better players than these guys? But Juan Soto, do you go after him aggressively? Do you try to get better or do you try to run it back?
I try to get better. I
think
do.
so, too.
I put my feelings aside and always try to improve my team, baseball team, basketball, whatever, for the future. It's look, those guys might have been great for then and what you needed now, and
Yes.
it's going to change in the future. So I'm always looking to get better. And in a situation where I don't have to worry about how much I'm paying guys, I'm really aggressive about always trying to get better and not having feelings for guys.
Okay, the money thing is certainly a part of this because let's use Teoscar Hernandez as an example. Okay,
Yes.
Teoscar Hernandez is probably in line to get a 3-year deal from the Dodgers, and he's probably in line to get more than 3 years other places. Okay? Use Blake Trinan, the same thing. The Dodgers could offer him as much money as they want, but they don't want to be tied up long because eventually they are going to have to pay Shohei. Eventually they are going to have to, Mookie's on the books, Freddie's on, they have expenses to be sure. Now they got a lot of money coming in, but what has allowed them to be so good at what they've done, what has allowed them to go get Tommy Edman, what has allowed them to sign Teoscar Hernandez when the bidding, gets to the areas that they're comfortable with, is that they're not locked into a bunch of bad deals.
Yeah.
That they do have very team friendly, not cheap, but they're good deals for the Dodgers.
Smart deals.
They're smart deals is a good way to do it. A multi-year deal for Blake Trinan at this point, beyond maybe 2 years, probably not the smartest deal.
That's the only guy I put a fence around.
Trinan?
Yes. That's the only guy of everybody you mentioned that I would say, that's beyond emotion. I need him back.
Okay.
I need him in the bullpen. Yeah.
That is a reasonable position to have. He's hurt a ton. And he's older. And is there an argument to be made? I think I would keep him too, DeMarco. I'm being devil's advocate here. I got the best juice. We got the last drop.
Of him.
Let's move on. That do not get caught up in a long-term high-dollar deal for a guy that his best, we just got the absolute best out of him.
But he doesn't have to pitch every day.
No. But he's never
Teoscar
pitched
has
every
to
day.
play.
Teoscar is a much safer bet, in my opinion.
You think so?
Yeah.
He has to play, and
Because
there's more ABs.
But it's not a health thing with him.
Yeah.
It's a production that he's going to play, right?
How-
Even if the graph tips, and it probably
How
will.
close are you to that cliff?
It's good. I don't think it's going to be a cliff. I think it's going to be a soft slide.
Slow, gradual.
I think there could be a cliff with Trinan. And I'm almost certain there's a cliff with Joe Kelly. So I don't think that's happening at all.
Granted.
Kike Hernandez, the question is, do I give him a multi-year deal for barely average major league production and just say I need him here when October
If I'm
rolls around?
Kike, I'm shopping other places.
Yeah.
But my name's never going to be hotter than what it is right now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
He did it the last time they won the World Series.
Yeah.
He went to Boston, got a nice check, and then came back.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I would do right now. But if
Trinan's your guy, huh?
Yeah, I think I need
It's
him
not
in
a
the
bad
bullpen,
choice.
especially when I like your idea about how you're going to pitch guys, and I need guys like him in that rotation.
He's going to be hurt, and by the way, that's not even necessarily a negative to say anymore, because I truly believe this. They're all going to be hurt. It's just a matter of when are they hurt, and how many do I have left. That it's Paul Skeens, who won the Rookie of the Year. He might win Cy Young today, probably not, but he could. He's going to get hurt. They all get hurt. And it's just, okay, when did he go down? How much did I pay him? How much of my salary does he, consume? But he's going to go down, and it's what is plan B and C and Q and X, because you're getting to Q and X now.
I'm surprised Paul Skeens was talking. Where are they? Some sort of awards ceremony?
It's awards week.
Emily, did you see this? There was a question. Would you rather take $1 million outright or $1 million for every pitch you can hit from a major league pitcher? So I'll give you $1 million.
What do you mean by hit? Just make contact or get a hit?
In play, get a hit.
Get a hit or just put it in play?
Get a hit, a legit hit.
Give me $1 million. No. That anybody that did not play high level college or minor league baseball, you would be an idiot not to take the
That's
million.
what all the baseball players said. Yeah, take the money. You're not going to hit anything. I'd love to try, though. Come on, it'd be fun.
No. It would be fun, but you wouldn't get any hits.
I think I might run into one.
You wouldn't.
If I just swing at this level.
Who's the best offensive lineman?
Larry Allen. God rest his soul. No chance.
How many times do you think I could get around Larry Allen?
Chance.
No matter how many times you get. Zero, right?
It would only take one play and you're done.
That's how many chances you have of getting a hit off of Paul Skeens.
What if I keep swinging at just one spot the
right,
whole
and
time?
He's never going to put the ball in that spot.
He's going to throw it in there once.
No, he's not. No, he's
if I
not.
got 50 swings, he's going to throw it in there.
Take the $1 million. Try. And by the way, I get $100,000 for giving you good advice. Hot Cold is coming up next. It's Draft and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. He was in here yesterday. You got to hear Joseph S. Normand. Joseph, of course, is the guy that you need to call when you are hurt in an accident. That if you're involved in a car accident, if you're involved in any car accident, pick up the phone and give Joe a call. 213-747-2000. That's right, DeMarco. 213-747-2000.
Accidents are devastating, and the recovery process sucks. Is that the best way I can say it?
It's accurate.
It's difficult to deal with, so no one should have to go through this alone. You heard the guy yesterday. He is cool. He fits in. He's one of the guys. He is family. No insurance company is ever on your side. Anything you say, any insurance company can and will use that against you at any point. So call Joseph S. Normand right now.
Like DeMarco said, when you get in an accident, it's scary. You could be injured. You could have a whole bunch of things that are confusing, and all of a sudden, phone rings. It's your insurance company. Hey, we got something for you. Don't listen to them.
Yeah.
Call Joe.
They're
213-747-2000 and normandlegal.com.
Many choices of a legal team. 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com. Tell them Travis and DeMarco sent you.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station.
Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Is all yours for only $20.
And the number one reason.
Take home an anniversary beer stein when you purchase a 16-ounce draft beer at any of our bars the 22nd.
Morongo, good times.
Martin Lawrence, the Y'all Know What It Is tour. You know you're gaining weight when you walk and you feel like somebody following you.
Friday, December 6th at Crypto.com Arena. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up this fall because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on November 23rd and 24th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. SGC and PSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, November 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-298-9532. 800-298-9532. Again, that's 800-298-9532.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, Knecht. Knecht, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, Nexgen, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to Nextgen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
Thanks, Chris.
Aloha. Howdy, howdy.
Buenos dias.
I was just waiting for Jorge to talk over me. All right, so what's hot is...
Buenos dias.
What's hot is breaking the news, I guess, sometimes, to Adam Schefter. So, Adam Schefter was on Kevin Clark's show, This Is Football, which is a podcast also put on ESPN2 sometimes. And he was asked about what is the weirdest place he's ever dropped a story, and this is Adam Schefter's response.
Weirdest place you've broken a story is what?
I can remember being in Denver one time, and I was how do I say this? I had just spent time with this woman for the first time.
Yeah. Okay.
And
sure.
And got a text that Dale Carter was being suspended. I think it was for 8 games for substance abuse.
Yes.
And so as I continued to lay there, confirm it, and got the job done, Kevin. In every which way.
I'm just staring straight at the camera, buddy. I'm just that's it. That's it. This is the greatest episode I've ever had.
And depending on how long he was with that woman, it was, he might have been late to that news. So who knows? Maybe he was right on time. All right, so what do you think about this? Do we need to know where Adam Schefter was when he breaks news?
Not at all.
Now will you think about where he is when he breaks news?
Not at all. I did not need that image in my head. I want to unhear that.
Look, I really don't care in that particular situation. You know what I mean? About what he's up to. I am not a reporter. I haven't been trained in journalism. I don't know the rules or any of these sorts of stuff. I have a general understanding, but for the life of me, I do not understand why being the first person to say Dale Carter got 8 games is important.
That's the job.
Okay.
That's the job.
Okay.
Yes.
But my point is if I'm enjoying myself.
Yes.
I don't give a damn about.
But that's
that
also
part. Right there with you.
pre-Twitter, and so there's monetization with having it on ESPN.
Like I said, I'm not a journalist. First, second, tomorrow morning. What difference does it make?
If there's a race, he wants to win it. There's somebody that wants to win it, and he wants to be first.
I don't understand the value in that at all.
I do remember Dale Carter, though.
I remember him as a football player.
Yeah, he played both.
Chiefs,
he
right?
went both ways. So Travis Hunter, he's a guy that played
both ways.
He played corner and receiver.
Yeah, be specific.
They
put
put
him
him
out of the gutter.
They put him in at receiver every now and then.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, judging by this first clip I played. Anyway, so what's cold is singing in the theaters. Okay, so I'm going to see Wicked this weekend. And also what is being out there is a lot of the screenings, people can't keep their mouth shut. If you're watching Wicked, do not sing along unless it is a sanctioned sing-along of Wicked. We all want to hear Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande sing. We don't want to hear Joe Schmo, who's in the theater, sing along with Wicked, okay? Shut your mouths. And there are now signs being put up around AMCs and stuff and saying, unless you have gone to a sing-along version of this movie, please be respectful of your fellow moviegoers and do not sing during the movie. What do you guys think about singing in movies if it's a musical?
I'm so with this. It happens sometimes in church where somebody behind me thinks they can sing and they're singing with the choir. And I'm like, I know it sounds good to you, but it's really not. Can
Like
you
my
let
sisters and my
them
dad.
sing, please? Say again?
My sisters and my dad are terrible singers.
Okay.
Shout out, Claire, you're a terrible singer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so I'm so with this. I'm pained to see them sing, not you.
Yes. Singing's hard.
Yes.
And to be able to carry a note and be able to sing a song is an incredible skill. And if I'm spending my money and Wicked is a musical, obviously, to go and watch these people perform their art, I don't need you coming off the top rope to try to harmonize with them. You're going to ruin it for me.
On a bus, Uber, wherever you want to sing, that's you. But if I paid...
here's my 20-odd some bucks or whatever it is to go to a movie now, and I don't need to hear you try to out-sing Ariana Grande. She's a professional. Let her do what she's here to do. Yes.
And I will be glicketing this weekend.
Oh, you're
not in
both?
one. Not in one day. Sorry,
Okay.
not in one day.
What's glicketing?
Gladiator and Wicked together.
I hear good things about Gladiator too.
How do you know this?
Oh, I read a lot of stuff. I'll send you the articles.
I'm seeing Gladiator 2
Have you read it in
tomorrow.
English or Spanish?
I read them in Spanish. Yes, there's a line in
really
español.
quick with this stuff.
Así tratan sus héroes en Roma. That's what they say.
See.
Okay.
Glickening?
Glicketing.
Like
So, it's
I know what it
Barbenheimer.
is. Is that really a thing?
Yes.
It wasn't for me, but it is for others.
Bro.
Did you Barbenheimer?
No, I did
Did
not.
you Oppenheimer?
I did not Barbenheimer see Barbie and Oppenheimer in this. No, I did not.
Did you see Barbie?
I didn't Bennifer. I didn't Brangelina. I didn't do any of that.
You Barbenheimer, didn't you, Em?
Not on the same day.
Okay.
I did,
Does it have to be on the same day to be an
I
Heimer?
think it technically does, but if you do the same weekend, I would count it if you're seeing two of those movies.
You
on the
would
weekend.
need.
When did high school culture take over?
What do you mean?
Like everything's a thing.
No, that's been here for.
When did it
long
take
time.
over the world, though?
Whenever the
Since
first
the world existed?
Yeah.
No.
Watergate?
No.
Ever since Watergate, everything's been a
thing.
gate.
Come on.
Put them together.
Why is this high school? Why is it high school?
Yeah.
call something
That's
something?
because that's when we did it. When everything was a thing.
Oh,
Everything
okay.
had a name. You know.
Still, that's always been the thing.
But it,
You
okay.
just weren't
Maybe
old
it just
enough to
died
pay
out.
attention.
But it's like unbelievable. Everything's a thing. Okay.
Barbenheim? No. Glickety. I'm good.
That's okay.
On both.
I'm not recommending
Yeah.
either of these movies to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to see both. I cannot wait.
You're gonna see Wicked?
Well, I have to.
Oh, is your daughter want to see
she's
it?
dying to see it.
Yeah.
So I may see that before I see Gladiator.
What's that last note of Defying Gravity?
I'm not doing it.
Oh,
'Cause
come
look at
on.
Jorge. Look
Come
at
on.
Jorge.
I
Finger
already
on the
have it.
button.
Just do
No,
Tarzan.
no. We just talked about singing.
I already have it.
I'm paying to see them sing. See? Come on. Not doing it.
Come on,
You're at the
just
right
do
note.
it for the people. Come on.
Who's Hot, Who's Cold is brought to you by Next Gen, the official AC Heat and Plumbing Company of SoCal sports fans. Call 8333 Next Gen. That's 8333 NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com.
I sent that storm warning to my daughter.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah,
the
like-
bomb cyclone
Bomb
coming to the
cyclone.
Pacific Northwest.
I said, sweetie, did you see this?
She
Dad,
battening down the hatches?
like, Dad, Yes, we've seen it. We're in the Northwest.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
Of course we've seen it.
Yeah.
It's like my mom telling me about, like, I don't know, a fire here. Like, yes, I've seen it, and also it's 100 miles away from me.
My favorite is earthquakes
Yeah.
that get reported. Hey, did you guys? That was in Shasta. It's 900. It's 900 miles from where I live.
We're just doing our job as parents.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know. All my children are sick, so it's fine. We're all good. You got in a batting cage against Randy Johnson?
2 pitches. Yeah. So cousin played for the Mariners,
Right.
and I am young. We're Huskies. We're the toast of the town.
So you're 20?
Talking trash. Chris Bosio.
Oh yeah.
La Russa was the manager. Omar Vizquel had just walked out.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was one of those moments. You guys aren't athletes. You're baseball players. You suck at everything. And right when I said that, Randy Johnson walked by. Grab a bat. Let's go. So we went out to the Kingdome.
Like the
Kingdome.
cage or on the field?
On the field, the Kingdome. And he's got jeans and boots, and he's doing it like he's a dad. Okay, here we go. Here's an easy one. And he launched that thing, and it went by me so fast, I never saw it. Drop the bat, you win.
So he was in jeans and boots?
Jeans and boots. He was not pitching that day, or he was off.
Okay, so he probably threw that baseball somewhere in 80 miles an hour?
Bro, it could have been a million.
Okay.
I never saw it.
That was him giving you his D fastball.
It was like, here we go.
Yeah.
Here's one.
Yeah.
Boom, bang. And then there was David Wells on the set. It was a New Year's thing.
Oh, for Best Damn?
So, we had a few. And he starts talking, grab a bat, and he threw breaking balls at me. And it's like the ball literally disappeared.
Well,
It was there, swing, and it's in the dirt. How did you do that?
Because he's a professional.
Yes.
That's how. And think about this. Those guys, and David Wells was a very good major league pitcher.
Yes.
Randy Johnson, if the question is who's the greatest pitcher of all time, you say Randy Johnson, I'm not going to argue with you too hard.
Okay.
That might be the answer.
It was scary to see him on the mound. He was like 8 feet tall.
Imagine how, and I want to take Randy Johnson off the table because he's Randy Johnson. David Wells was an all-star. David Wells was a good player. He can throw pitches that guys like Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout and Albert Pujols can't hit. Albert Pujols can't hit it.
Right. I had no chance.
What chance? I mean, that's what I mean.
None.
So the idea of some person just $1 million per hit.
He was giggling. Bro, I swung so early, and I swung, and then the ball hit. Like, I was so far out ahead of it. Yeah,
I remember
crazy.
the first time I was, and I was not a good hitter. I was not a good hitter at all. I was the one throwing the pitches, not trying to hit them.
Yeah.
The first time I heard a fastball hiss as it went past me, and it's like, oh, no.
Right. I got scared. Like,
Yeah,
you could kill me if you wanted
to. Sure.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Baseball wins.
It reminds me of Freddie Prinze when he trained for the summer catch.
Yeah.
He said he trained for months, weeks, whatever it was, and he had a pitch to Ken Griffey Jr. Every time he would get me yard. Every time.
Every time?
Wow.
Again.
Against Ken Griffey, dog.
You want to say Ken Griffey is the best player you ever saw? I'm not going to argue with you. Sure. That's a good answer. And Freddie Prinze is an actor. Of course,
Right.
of course he hit it out every time.
Yeah.
Of course.
Nuts.
Just like if they went and did a scene in a movie, Griffey's not coming within 100 miles of what Freddie Prinze is doing.
Yeah,
It's
true.
Come on, man.
Different worlds.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
no doubt.
The Dump, Super Crosstalk, coming up next is Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Randy Johnson.
Right? That's wicked.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN. Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
and I'm the new doctor.
Welcome aboard the Odyssey.
ABC Thursdays.
This ship is heaven. We're tending to our passengers' dreams. I'm in.
From 911 executive producer Ryan Murphy comes a splashy new drama on a luxury cruise ship with Joshua Jackson and Don Johnson.
It's your job to keep everyone alive. She's in VFib. 1, 2, 3. Clear.
I have a pulse.
You're going to be okay.
Dr. Odyssey, Thursdays, 9/8 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Shop Dell Technologies Black Friday event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Black Friday is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
R.A. Dickey?
R.A. Dickey. That was the guy talking to Yachty about knuckleball.
Oh, knuckleball.
Yeah, that guy.
I want now that you've seen Randy Johnson's fastball, I want you to see a knuckler.
I would love to try. I think it won't hit
safer.
me though, right?
Oh, it absolutely could.
But
hit
it won't
you.
hurt.
It'll hurt less. Yeah.
Okay, but not like
it won't kill you.
Yeah, that thing. If it hits me, 2-foot hole on coming out.
It's like
that's, no.
That's like the hole in the side.
Crazy,
of the wall.
and it was Lou Pinella, not
Lou
LaRussa. Yeah,
Sweet
another
Lou.
cantankerous dude. Like, what is wrong with baseball managers? Why are they so mean?
They're grumpy. They're cynics. They're pessimists. It's
every day.
It's every day.
Okay.
And it's a sport of failure.
Yeah.
And everything's always about to go wrong. It's just one of those things.
He walked by me with the long johns on.
Yeah. Was he smoking?
Not smoking,
Okay.
but he was going from office.
Can of Budweiser, PBR maybe?
I don't think he had it, but he was going somewhere in a hurry, and he didn't say anything to anybody. Yeah.
I love those old pictures from like the 70s and 80s when the guys are in the clubhouse, the managers, they're smoking cigarettes and they got a can of beer sitting at their desk with their cleats up on the dead. Terrific.
Right.
Are you a fan of The Simpsons?
I am. Not as much as you, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pamela Hayden, who has been with the show since the beginning, announces that she's going to retire from The Simpsons after 35 years of voicing the characters.
Which voice?
Milhouse.
Milhouse. Okay.
And Jimbo Jones. Those are
Okay.
the two that she's most well known for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big deal to you?
Look,
End of an era?
the show is different. Some of the people, frankly, have died that have voiced some of these characters. They've changed actors for some of the voiceovers for a variety of different reasons. So it's starting to. The show's been on the air for 35 years. These people that started in their 30s are now in their 70s, or if you start in your 40s, you're in your 80s. It's
got to be one of the longest running TV shows of all. It is the longest.
The longest.
Okay.
Yeah, the longest.
Isn't SNL though?
The longest running scripted.
Okay.
Yeah, longest
Simpsons.
running. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Stooges were the longest running comedy act.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I did.
okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
So congratulations to Pamela Hayden on 35
Nice.
years. I still watch that show. Maybe not every day, but at least a couple of times a week.
It's funny.
Yeah, you flip around, you see one. There's all Homer Simpson is the all-time greatest.
I was going to say
character
your
of all
favorite
time.
has got to be Homer.
By a mile.
Okay.
By a mile. Followed close. My second favorite, and she's great. Homer's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Lisa. Lisa has the second funniest lines in the
sister.
show every time.
Okay.
Yes, she's terrific.
I thought The Simpsons was about Bart.
It started to be when it came out. The show was going to be based on Bart, and that wore thin. And they realized Homer was the star.
Okay,
and Homer became the backbone of the
Nice.
show. A bunch of movies came out on this day. We're talking November 20th, 1992. Home Alone 2 was released on this day in 1992.
Is that in New York?
Yes.
Yep, Lost in New York.
Lost in New York. Okay.
Never had the
Pigeon Lady.
pleasure.
Pigeon Lady, yes.
And then he gets into the limousine and there's a full pizza there, and he's like, "This is a life of luxury."
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do remember that.
My favorite, one of my John Mulaney bits and one of his stand-ups is like, "Home Alone, lost in New York. The streets are numbered. You can't get lost in New York if you know where you're going." Anyway, so he goes on and on
joke.
about it.
The Blind Side released on this day in 2009.
Did you like that movie?
Yeah, I did.
Fairly. Yeah, it was nice.
Apparently, it's a movie.
Yeah.
And it was, it's a movie.
Sad.
It's-
Aren't they suing each other? He's suing them, or
Yes.
Yeah, that's just sad. And there's money
I'm not
missing.
sure if the Tuohys only had his best interest in heart.
Not like the movie.
entirely.
I have no idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
who knows?
I
Who
have
knows?
no idea.
We're not in the family.
where
I'm
this
there.
relationship broke down. It was a fun movie.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock, let's go.
Yeah. Nick Saban's in it.
Big
Great
fan
in the movie.
Nick
Yeah.
Saban's in it. Ed Orgeron's in it.
Yeah.
Who's the guy at Tennessee? Phil Fulmer.
Yeah.
Was in it.
Yeah.
Everything's on the line.
Was he a really, really good NFL player? I know he played for a long time. Michael Orr.
Michael Orr?
Yeah.
He was okay. He was better than average.
Yeah.
Wasn't great.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
That Michael Lewis, who wrote the book The Blind Side.
But he's right. He got a lot of heat because he was Michael Orr, the Blind Side guy.
Yeah.
So anybody that lined up on him, it went to
you
a
didn't
different.
know football.
Yeah, it went to a different notch. Yeah,
okay.
Because he's a celeb.
Yeah. This is on the short list of worst sequels ever. This next one.
Okay.
The worst sequel ever, and you may back me, because you and I have similar taste in movies.
What is it?
Not the one that came out today, but the worst sequel ever is Caddyshack 2.
Oh, hands down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're there. This is in the ballpark. Teen Wolf 2.
Oh, I never saw it. I was done.
Do you know who the wolf was? So Michael J. Fox was the wolf in the original.
And he was out, and they brought in what's his name?
Yes, you got
him. Yeah,
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman. Yes, that's a no. That's a hard.
And I love Jason Bateman.
Me
Jason
too.
Bateman is really funny. He's great in almost everything he's in. I love Smartless. I listen to the Smartless podcast. Jason Bateman is not Teen Wolf.
No, Teen Wolf was good because of Michael J. Fox.
Yes.
So once you remove him, okay.
And Boof. Don't forget
Yeah,
Boof.
okay, right. When the dad turned into a wolf.
That was funny.
Little cute
Scott
cuddly
opened the
wolf.
door.
right. Come on.
Such a good scene.
That's right.
So stupid. All right, it was today in 1993 that Boston College ruined #1 Notre Dame's perfect season and a chance to win a national championship. David Gordon made a 41-yard field goal as time expires. The blow to Notre Dame came 1 week after the Irish beat top-ranked Florida State. FSU would go on to win the national title that year.
Wait, who beat what now?
Florida State lost to Notre Dame. Okay?
Yeah.
Notre Dame, they were 1-2.
Yeah.
Notre Dame ascends to #1. Then loses to BC the next week, and Florida State gets back into it. Florida State wins the national title.
What a mess.
Yeah.
What year was that?
93.
93. Who was at BC?
Not Doug Flutie.
It wasn't Flutie.
No, Flutie was in the 80s.
I think I remember this win. Oh, yeah.
By the way, this kind of connects to something that came out again yesterday. You know where Notre Dame is in the college football playoff right now?
Where?
Sixth.
Wow.
Okay, so they are...
I just have that in my head, right off the top of my head.
Comfortably in the field, right, at number 6. They only have one loss.
Guess when they're getting their second one?
Army?
No.
USC.
USC.
There you go.
Perhaps.
Yes.
Do you know who they lost to earlier this year?
Who?
Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois.
They lost to the Huskies?
Northern Illinois is in 7th place in the MAC.
Yeah. Tough conference, though.
Okay. Yeah. As spoken as a true Bowling Green
graduate.
Yes,
That's correct.
Glenn Foley was the quarterback. Mike Mamula was that defensive end.
Notre Dame losing to NIU should be disqualifying for this tournament.
You think
Should
so?
be?
Yeah, because
in the old days it would have been.
Everybody got stung at least once.
But
Most of them got stung
like
once.
Georgia losing to Alabama and Georgia losing to who did their second loss to? Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would have been
Those
disqualifying.
are teams that are loaded with NFL players.
Right.
This is not.
No. It's
NIU.
it's a
NIU
fluke.
were like Boise State, as it turns out, they've got a bye in the new rankings,
Right.
right? They only have one loss, and it was to Oregon on the last play of the game.
Right, on the last play of the game. Exactly right.
That's a pretty... Oh, we're doing that today, Ed?
Yeah, we're doing that today, so she's waving this, the
She's-
home
yeah,
run
yeah.
sign.
Yeah, that caught me by surprise. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
All right, I did it too loudly. Sorry.
We're doing Super Crosstalk after this. Coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Mason and Ireland.
You can pull it if you want, but I'm not doing it again. That's not
Mason was right about everything he said.
Right.
Yeah, I love when I hear that.
The biggest show on the radio, weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
Trojan fans, want to go to the USC-UCLA rivalry game at the Rose Bowl? Just grab an icy cold Coors Light and visit CoorsLight.com/college football. Enter the keyword SCORE, and you got a shot to win your tickets to the game. It's all thanks to our great friends at Coors Light, the official beer of college football and proud partner of the USC Trojans on ESPN LA.
No purchase necessary. Starts 8/1/24. Ends 1/21/25 at 11:59 p.m. CT. Must be legal residents of 50 USDC, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. Use keyword to get entries for keyword prizes. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/college football for entry instructions, keywords, odds, prices, and restrictions. Sponsor Molson Coors Beverage Company, USA, LLC. 250 South Wacker Drive, Chicago, Illinois, USA, 60606.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on November 23rd and 24th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. SGC and PSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, November 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
I'm here with Dr. Monica Madden. Explain Invisalign to me, because I think when people see that word and they see the price tag, sometimes they get scared off, but it's actually a pretty big improvement. When I grew up, I had braces and I had those big metal brackets along my teeth. If I came to Beverly Hills Ortho in 2024, I don't necessarily need that metal, do I?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started out with braces only, and then Invisalign came along, and it's like putting a plastic tray on your teeth, switching it out every week, and all of a sudden, months into it, your teeth are much straighter. Now, it feels like putting a glove on your hand. It's so comfortable, and it's easy. Like no emergencies, no pokey wires, no broken brackets. It's really straightforward and great.
Here's how you get in touch with Beverly Hills Ortho. Call this number, 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. That's 877-753-8736 or BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
An abbreviated Super Crosstalk. You guys got Coach McVay coming up in a little bit, so that's exciting. Did you hear DeMarco tell the story about the time he took an at-bat off of Randy Johnson?
Oh, no, really? I did not hear this story.
Brother, it scared the daylights out of me.
I'm sure.
So I'm 17, 18. I'm a Husky, UW, and my cousin played for the Mariners. So I would go into the clubhouse and meet some of the guys. So I'm sitting there with Chris Bosio. Omar Vizquel had just walked out.
Okay.
So we're talking trash, and Bosio's talking trash. But it started because you're not the real Boz. The Boz is the Boz.
Oh, Brian Boz.
You're the imposter.
Okay,
so we're going back and forth. So it lands on baseball players aren't athletes. That's my contribution to this. Right when I said you guys aren't athletes, Randy Johnson walks by.
Right.
And he stops and goes, grab a bat. So we walk into the Kingdome.
That was your first mistake.
Jeans and boots. And he winds up, and it's like he's pitching to his kid. Okay, here we go. Here's an easy one. Fires it by me. I never saw it. It hit the net so fast. It scared the bejeez out of me. I dropped the bat. You win.
So did
remember when John Kruk just gave up in an at-bat?
He just
quit?
killed me. He could have killed me with the ball, and there's nothing I could do about it.
It
changed my mind.
He told this story because he saw something that said if you had a choice between $1 million,
I'll hand you $1 million.
$1 million for every hit you could get off a major league pitcher
in 50 at bats.
In 50 at bats,
I'll take the $1 million.
What would you take?
Take the $1 million.
100%. You take
Ireland. What would you take?
There's
no way. I mean, if you've ever stood in a batter's box with an actual
what I'm trying to figure out is any hit you get would be just pure luck. But if you swing you just try and anticipate where it's going, like it's in the strike zone, and you just swing as hard as you can every time. Would I connect
No.
Once or twice.
You would maybe.
You would not.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, I don't think you have a
Did
chance.
you ever do any type of, later in his life, any type of promotion with Bob Feller?
Yeah, there's a famous Bob Feller story.
Well, so,
with you?
Yeah.
Well, here's one with me.
Yeah.
So Bob Feller was a crank.
He
Yes,
was
he was.
an a-hole.
Yes, he was.
Hail fellow wellness.
So he's in his 60s or 70s, and I'm working in Beaumont, Texas. And as a minor league promotion, they're bringing in Bob Feller, and they get all the local TV sports guys to go hit.
How old's Feller?
He's probably 70, maybe 65.
Okay.
And he was mean when he was 40.
But he's on the mound, and he's just throwing fastballs. And so I get up there, and this is why I had to think about this. I practically closed my eyes and swung, and a blooper down the line over the first baseman's head lands fair.
Oh, no.
Okay. I walk away. That's my one hit. Complete, Texas leaguer. My buddy Jeff Phelps, who's from Cleveland, grew up still, at the time, huge Indians fan, now Guardians. Feller's one of his heroes. Is it at bat after me? Feller, now keep in mind, Feller's older now. He's probably 65. Throws a fastball to Phelps, and he hits a line drive right at his head.
Oh, no.
And Feller ducks. And Phelps turns and looks at me and goes, I almost killed Bob Feller.
Yeah.
What's your story?
So we at the Lucas County Rec Center, Bob Feller, this is before I was working for the Toledo Mud Hens, we went to a baseball clinic there, and one of the guys was Bob Feller. So my brother was just a wise ass, and I was probably all of 12. He was my brother was 11. He's 1 year younger than me. So Brian will not shut up. And he's still talking. And Bob Feller warns him, said, I will remove you from this clinic. And my brother thought, I never stopped. And my brother got kicked out. My brother was crying because Bob Feller kicked him out. Wow.
Well, it sounds like Brian deserved it.
Oh, Brian did deserve it. Brian would not shut up and would not stop screwing around. And Bob was very serious. Don't mess with Bob Feller.
But, okay, so you got a little flare down the right field line.
And I mean,
Right.
a blooper.
Right.
A flare is being generous.
Or was it luck?
Oh, total luck.
So
popped up.
that's a 70-year-old
So I was late. By the way, I was trying to pull it, and I hit it over. I hit it over the first baseman. Said that's how late I was.
And think about this: you'd have to have 2 hits in order to surpass
and you might not
the
even
$3
get
million.
one.
You
Right.
wouldn't get
Wow.
one.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get one.
I mean, if you've ever, even when I was working AAA, you'd stand in the batter's box. I used to stand in the batter's box sometimes when guys were warming up. You used to see something come right at. I bailed on everything. I was just bailing on that stuff.
If they were trying to get you out. Now, if they just said, I'm going to gun 95-mile-an-hour fastballs,
Right.
maybe. But
Yeah.
if they're like, I'm going to try to get you out every time, you would have
Yeah,
no shot.
I've never got him to admit it, but I was always convinced Al Downing grooved that pitch to Hank Aaron.
That's been speculated for a long time.
And who was the guy? There's another one more recent.
Chan Ho to Cal Ripken.
Right. At the All-Star game,
Chan Ho
wasn't
Park
it?
to Cal Ripken in Seattle, as a matter of fact, Marco,
respect.
that
Yeah.
it was Cal Ripken's last All-Star game and his first at-bat, and Park was on the mound, and it sure looked like a cookie.
Yeah.
I mean, it was middle, and not going 100 miles an hour.
One more story, and then we'll let Chase get out of here, and we'll get to McVay. So you guys know who Don Sutton is, right? Hall of Fame pitcher.
Great throw.
So 1976, Dodgers-Giants opening at Dodger Stadium. And they say to both the Dodgers and the Giants, hey, you guys remember there was a Freedom Train making its way all across the country? This was opening day, first game of opening day. So they say to Don Sutton, hey, after you throw the first pitch, we're going to take the ball and put it on the Freedom Train, as an exhibit. So just first pitch, groove it. He goes, okay. I think it was Gary Thomason was the hitter. And they tell Thomason, and Thomason's like, okay. So Sutton gets on the mound, and he just throws the first pitch right down the middle, and Thomason hits it over almost to the back of the right field pavilion. And Sutton is looking at the umpire going, you said groove it. And Thompson goes, I'm not giving you a free strike. Wow. And just starts running around the bases, but hit the first pitch out for a home run.
Take the million. We'll also
Take the million. I'm in on the million.
Sean McVay coming up in a little bit. Super Crosstalks brought to you by In-N-Out. In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger's all about.